you'd expect it to be. Yeah, near enough the bipolar opposite of what you'd expect it to be. Or what you expect Festus to be, anyway. Alright. This is a lot of good units here. That's kind of worrying. It is slightly worrying how many good units they have, because this is outside Hell Pit, right?
Full chaos things. Attack Hell Pit again. Why they not learn lesson last time?
It's annoying that the fight goes on while this cutscene happens. Like, I think things are dying in the background.
Monsters to other clans till spiky things gone. Why Gorich thing not stop kill chaos things yet? Fool rat ogre. Stupid man thing brain make it weak frail. Me must do all things. Make nasty spiky things die quick fast. Other clans be mad.
Insatiable hunger. You'd think the towers would at least help you in this quest. Be interesting if you could actually get into it and activate the towers. Voice actor as Throt is so good. Defeat the Chaos Blockade, Gorich must survive, and Throt must not rout. What was that one? Wait, what? I've had units routing already. This is what I was meaning about. The battle starts without you knowing. A summon here would be pretty fat. But I had no control over that. Let's do this, move up as well. I think dogs will do a lot of damage to quite a considerable amount of their units here. So looking at the units that are around here, a warp bomb would actually go so hard here. But they need to be less than 50%, which is pretty difficult to achieve. They'll keep spamming it. The problem is when you keep spamming it, you don't know where it's going to go. And we only have one warp bomb, so it's probably not worth risking. Yeah, we can activate it now, but it's they're over the way of there. That is just not worth it. Let's kill some chaos spawns. Dogs will actually help a lot here. These are the poison variant, are the bonus versus the damage, the non-AP variant, so they'll do more damage because they have low armor. Let's take the left control of this side and then hold this side as well. And let's look for value trading. I think we're gonna have to just try and get kind of a warp bomb scenario. Does it kill the unit? I don't think it does kill the unit, right? Now we're looking for better stacking than that. That is a warp lightning scenario because it's marauders, so that's not necessarily. It's going to absolutely crush them. The Forsaken are going to be the one that's going to be a pain in the nuts, though. What's everyone's favourite Skaven unit? We've got Rattling Gunners and Giselles. Yeah, I love those. I think mortars are like the unsung heroes sometimes, though, in fairness. Like, if you're taking a look at what the most, like what's doing the most damage, oftentimes you will probably find that it's the mortars. Damn it. Where is Gorich? Bloody hell, Gorich. Is he alright? Is he okay? I know Throt is like the master mutator, but there's mutations and then there's that. You know what I mean? Like, there's mutations and doing stuff like that, and then there's that. But hey, what do I know? Do you know what I mean? What do I know? I'd assume Gorich should be fine. Where is he? Yeah, he'll be fine. This is not good. Crap, the one unit I click on is the one that runs away. That's not ideal, boys. That is far from ideal, honestly. This is no bueno, boys. This is a little bit no bueno. I don't know how I'm going to keep Gorich alive, because they've got halberds over there. I want to try and keep summoning stuff to go protect him. Wait, he's actually going to die. Wait, he's actually going to die. Is he... Is he dead? Did Gorich just die? You'd think it wouldn't let you continue on if he died, right? You would assume it wouldn't let you keep carrying on, because what's the point? I don't know if he just died or not. Yeah, my army's absolutely trashed here in this one. Not having any kind of armor-piercing units is pretty brutal alongside no weapons team. You're a ranged player? Ah, yeah, Warlock Giselles are awesome. Big fan of Giselles as well. Let's see what we can do here. I feel like I saw him die, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. So I don't know if he's like one of the rat ogres. Yeah, my Skaven Slave units are just running around without a care in the world. Let's get the dog spawn here. They're just marauders, so let's go into the Forsaken here. Might actually get some good damage onto a Chaos spawn, because units like that take quite a lot of damage even from low tier units. I still have a Rat Ogre spawn, so I definitely have a couple things in the bank here. So the Mutant Rat Ogre, I don't know if that's considered him or not. I don't know if he is considered the Mutant Rat Ogre there. Gives the accurate Gorge, yeah, right. Kind of looks like what you'd expect, I suppose. Alright, if we fight here and then just warp lightning them. I don't know if Hadar of Help It is him. It's him! Let me get the Rat Ogre spawn, and then let's deal with the Chaos Giant on this left flank, and then we'll remold them as well. Oh shoot, I can heal these guys! Wait, did that mean I could have healed Gorich? I don't know if he's still alive. Like, actually, I'm not sure if he's alive or dead. But like I said, you'd assume that they wouldn't let you continue on if he's already died. It says he must survive, not that it doesn't matter if he routes. Mate, these Forsaken are absolutely clapping me. Couple more casts and hopefully we'll get there. Because now we're dealing with the brunt of them. Yeah, this is good. Let me guard mode and attack the Chaos spawns there. We have another remolded. Good news is, Throt is very good at killing large stuff. Like, very, very, very good at killing large things. And we can throw another remastered into, or remolded, excuse me, into that. So here we're basically using the things that the quests give us to actually do damage, which is nice. I don't mind healing them up again. Let me go over here, otherwise they'll do a ton of damage. Throt is not large, he's a small entity, so we should be fine here. And another Warp Lightning in this scenario here is gonna be perfect. Tons of damage over this side. Let's pull over this unit. Because I tried to distract as many as I could on the left flank, just to pull them away from my main army. And it has worked, which is good. We have no summons available to us now. But we'll continue moving on. I know, Throt, you stay there. Let's just try and get a love tap on the Chaos Giant here. I mean, honestly, low-key though, if the Chaos Giant comes back from Brouting, we will die. I'm pretty certain these guys will die. God, is that their main speed? Oh, they're wounded, that's why. They got reduced speed because they're wounded. Wait, have we done it? I actually have no idea. We're going to defeat the Chaos Blockade here, but yeah, that's that gone. I don't know if he survived. Like, sure, there's no way one of the things could fail, and then they're like, do you know what? Let's let the player carry on, just for the bants. You know what I mean? Let's let the player carry on for the giggles, and they don't know they failed. So as far as more, I don't think any quest where you do fail something, I think it fails normally, instantly. Oh yeah, there you go. So we succeeded. I saw Gorich die, though, I'm not gonna lie. I saw the character that had the name Gorich die, which is interesting, but we've managed to win. So we've got all of Throt's available items for him now. Giving Gorich bug, maybe game bugged. Stormhammer, yeah, good shout. Good shout. It is probably a fair assumption, honestly. Maybe it's even like the general or something in this one. But thankfully, Gorich is going to be a very useful hero. I mean, our main composition is going to be 5 very potent lords and heroes, which will certainly help out. Nice, Throt's got his mount now. And Gorich is an absolute certified unit, especially with Evisceration. But one of the main things, he's got the Frenzied Assault, which is the akin to the Werekins for Norska, right? We're going to have access into quite a lot of strong elements. We can go into them straight away. Unit experience per turn for all units in the army is insane, by the way. Loyalty plus new recruits faction-wide is really nice. It would make sense because he would be scary AF. We're looking probably to replace, I would assume, some of the slingers together. Chuck Gorich in. Oh, nice. He comes with training as well. Can you increase the training? Oh, you can. Wow. So you can assassinate assault units and train. Which now means we have... Do you give training? So that means we have access to a lot of stuff. So we've got scavenging, scouting, increased mobility, and training now. I believe Throt getting to the point where he is on this mount actually makes him a clan molded monster. It does, because he's got his brood horror. So now remolded works on him, which is nice. So annoyingly, none of those help too much. So I'm going to go into the monster thing. Although Perfect Vigor would help a lot, but I don't think I'm going to get that next. We'll get that one next. Shock collar is only for molded units, right? Yeah, I don't know if I can give this to... I'm assuming I can give it to Throt. I'm pretty sure there's, like, synergy between them all. Yo, Sponge Raid, how are we doing, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing long tour. Death Frenzy might help out with some of my units. And then we'll go towards Vermintide. Plague Rash is huge as well, because the reduction of speed and vigor, well, increase of vigor worldwide, Mr. Worldwide, Pitbull, is huge. So obviously, Gorich is one of the, I would argue, one of the strongest heroes you can obtain. He was, if you guys don't know, he is basically a giant mutant rat ogre with a Norscan warlord's brain. And one of Throt's more successful experiments, you could say. So now we're gathering our food together. We're going to need another 125 food. Ideally, we could go and conquest towards Kislev again. But you can see she's got 5 specific settlements, but we've just defeated her main army. So goal here probably should be to defend what Wulfric is doing. With Throt having what he has available to him now, I'm pretty confident that he's going to be pretty solid as a defender. You know, he's got an insane amount of replenishment. I think that's akin to a potential trait that you can obtain, where heroes themselves get a lot more replenishment. I believe there's something like that, or you have access to something similar to that, because the healing difference is very much a wee bit different. Oh no, saying that, it's probably all 50%. I think heroes and lords, do any of you guys remember? I swear there's something like that that heals like crazy. Oh wow, 50% research is good. It's in a blue line? Yeah. Oh, dude, it's actually so strange that I didn't go to Ancient Cunning straight away. I think this is probably the first time I hadn't gone straight to Ancient Cunning before. Wow. Yeah, pretty much every campaign I ever do, I go straight to Ancient Cunning, but it's one of those things where it's like, if you ambush with an entire army of Skaven Slaves, you have an entire army of Skaven Slaves, so it's just like, it's not going to matter too much, so I didn't think it necessarily was, I didn't think it was necessary. But typically speaking, you do go blue line as Skaven. Oh, we didn't even do the 13th scheme, so probably going to have to do that against Wulfric. Let's try and recruit some more units over here. And look over here. I'm going to go full melee. If you're wondering as to why everything is coming out with instabilities, that is due to the fact that within our specific flesh laboratory, and the laboratory over here, we're into clone warfare. So every single new Skaven Slave unit gets 1 to 5 random augments, which means that just from the get-go, you know, we're looking at a relatively decent composition, you know, thankfully. We should also probably, yeah, we can get 200% for the Lord faction-wide. And more beast packs, I think, is going to be necessary against the Kislevites. So when Kislev starts knocking on the doors again, we'll do that. Eringrad will have to go to tier 5, but like I said, I don't think it's going to be too worth it because the port in itself is one of the main values of Eringrad, and that doesn't scale up as part of making the settlement higher tier. So you got to be careful in that regard. You got to be very careful in that regard. Alright. Yeah, it seems that our replenishment is pretty damn nice. So Wulfric has moved towards this settlement. I wouldn't be opposed for him to take it, and then we can easily wipe him out when he's in the settlement itself, as this will be just a conventional land battle. Might even be an angle of me moving towards him in an ambush stance. And yeah, we could force match, but I don't think that's the play. Yeah, I really don't think that's the right play in that situation. Yeah, we've got reduction to the casualty replenishment rate, but that should be okay. Wait, augments plus leadership plus 0 leadership plus 0 melee defense. Why is that in green text? It must be that I get certain things that are increasing my leadership and certain things that are reducing it, and same for the melee defense, I guess. No idea. So that's not too scary looking at the composition. We are becoming friendly with Throt, which is good. He's at war with Wulfric. Ooh. If we were really big brain, we could somehow get into a situation where Wulfric is low enough where Throg can just attack him and kill him. Oh, if I could attack Wulfric here, it'd be huge. If I could attack Wulfric here, it'd actually be huge. If we could attack him outside of the settlement to get him weak, so Throg, can take him out, that'd be massive. And sorry, Swindwin, Vampire Coast campaign is going well as Araness Assaultspire. Nice. I have most of the entire High Elf Island infested with Pirates Coast. Love that. Routinely pays tribute by way of accepting the fact that my armies are going to keep raiding their lands. Nice. Yeah, Araness is an interesting one because she's not the most popular for sure. But her unique units are actually quite fun. Wow. I am shocked this is as favorable as it is. God, it's going to be tough not auto-resolving this. Annoying we've got instabilities on the slingers. Can slaves even do anything to mammoths? No. No, not at all. I mean, the Skaven spears might have a reasonable chance because these guys have frenzy. These guys having frenzy gives them immune to psychology, meaning they're not going to get killed. I believe that the tier of the settlement that we have is quite low tier. which makes it so that our towers are not going to be very effective at all. We've got rune magic, which is ideal. So the infantry we can deal with. The only worry is he's got 100 winds of magics through searing dooms, and I think I'm going to struggle massively. Hey Lantry, good to see you, buddy. Alright guys, type 1 in the chat if you think we should auto-resolve. Type 2 in the chat if you think we should fight this. 1 for fight, 1 for auto-resolve, 2 for fight it. I think I'm going to struggle massively to win this. I think this is going to be near and impossible to win. If we were to fight it. I think it's going to be one of those things where, judging from my unit composition, I'm going to struggle to maintain leadership against their fighting. Because on a one-on-one, everything beats me pretty much. 1 versus 1, most things beat me. Is now unkillable with my units. He is currently mounted on a chariot, so not necessarily. Wolfric being on a chariot, if he was not mounted on a chariot, I would agree. So whatever you think of 1. He's on a mammoth? No, he's on a chariot. So what we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people wanting to fight it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 also wanting me to auto-resolve. I'll give it a crack. I'll give it a crack. Oh. Dice? Yeah, I probably should have rolled the dice, shouldn't I? That's a good idea. I just use myself as the deciding factor. It depends on how well the AI interacts with the settlement. Killbox of the slingers? Yeah. I mean, the slingers will kill their mammoths eventually because they're not war mammoths. I think these are feral mammoths, if I'm not mistaken. So their armor is very low. Let me check. Yeah, 30 armor. Yeah, they're feral mammoths, so they're not going to have to... Annoyingly, it's tier 1 towers, though. Holy smokes, I got all the units. Because you can see that my missile strength is 7-1. So against anything that's armored, we do guaranteed 280 damage in total. And then obviously with the base, that's only reducing our damage by roughly... We're going to do about 4 or 5 damage or volley. No, I'd say about 5, 6 damage. Yeah, probably about... Yeah, I would say 6 per slinger. So we actually can kill them pretty quickly. Weirdly enough, slingers are worth a lot in this fight, then. My slingers have a lot of value. Just unfortunate that their range is so low. And annoyingly, he's attacking on one of the best positions for himself here. So let's think about how we can approach this one, because we've got rune magic, right? We got war lightning, which means anything that's annoying and armored we could kill. But the thing is, they have nothing that's annoying and armored, because it's all marauders. So we've got the option of shooting the snot at them on this side, which I quite like. From Torwall Slingers. Yeah, honestly. I mean, the crazy thing is, like, to be a slinger, you've got to be extremely trained. I think it's quite an interesting thing that people really underestimate. Like, just some bloke chucking a rock. The level of skill required to do that is actually pretty insane. Like, slingers are very, very difficult to do. And you would expect them to be able to chuck it pretty damn far as well. Side of the bone for sure. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. It depends if it's like a composite bow, like a composite longbow. You know, nearer to the end time periods of the medieval period. You might expect certain longbows to perform to the point where, you know, somebody like the 300-pound weights ones, they might get a little bit further, but typically speaking, yeah, they could chuck them tons. It'd be insane. I think anyone would underestimate the skill required to kill a man with a sling. Yes, no, it'd be very easy to kill a man with a sling. Right, so let's think about this one. So we can get shots off if we put you here, right? Activates the tower as well. And your range is 120. It should be... Oh, your explosive instability. Yeah, you're probably best to be on your own then. You're not explosive instability, but you are going to take a lot of damage. I don't know if this kills entities, so we'll see. A couple of you boys. And then what we can probably do is... Clan Rats are my strongest unit here. The Clan Rat Spears are going to have to be the ones that fight. I think something like this I'm okay with. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that side now. Let me go ahead and group them all, just so I can know what units where. And then we look over here and we think to ourselves, what do we have remaining? We got obviously all these units remaining. Am I more worried about the singleton mammoth? I think I am. It doesn't take skill to sling a rock. It takes skill to hit what you're aiming at. I mean, true. Yeah, I could sling a rock not very far and I'd miss everything. But no, you're not wrong, lad. You're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong there, lad. You're not wrong. Then let's look at the rest of these. I think these Skaven slingers should probably be on this side. And then I think probably having a good chunk of you boys. Let me just group you now. Great weapons, marauders. What would be the best tower positioning? With the range nerfs to the towers, it makes it a lot harder to decide where it's best to place them. Because depending on how you do it, dramatically changes the approach to the battle. So let's grab these two slingers here then. And we'll try and kill these where possible. Alright, what do we have left? I guess the ones that are unstable probably should just run out and fight. Maybe even the ones that are boom booms. Is it just the slinger that was the unstable one? Wait, damage per second to itself, but does 60 AoE damage that's magical. That might be worthwhile just running out here with them. Wait, if it touches other entities, recharges engaging melee. Let's go ahead and move everything a little bit further back, just in case. I don't want to blow my I don't want to blow my own army up here. I think the rest should probably just be more so skirmish to understand where they're needed. I think you should probably be on where the most infantry are, and I think this probably here that makes the most sense. Activate this tower as well. Sit in that. Made untamed troops faster and more deadly. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of why the Fall of the Samurai is such an interesting DLC for Shogun 2, is because, you know, you had warriors that trained their entire lives to perfect combat within sword, you know, hand-to-hand sword fighting. And then gunpowder came in and changed who could fight, you know. A peasant could pick up a gun and kill a samurai. And, hey, Dark. Yes, yes. Skaven, yes, yes, indeed. Yeah, it's crazy to think about. Right, let's see what we've got over here now. I think probably instability happening now on some of my units. That also reminds me to send you out. Right, that's an overcasted metal damage. That is going to be brutal. I think we're going to have to try and shut that mage down. If that mage continues to do that... Wait, what is that spell? Did he just put dogs underneath the map? Brr. I mean, that was a little disappointing. I think we can all agree on that one. I think we can probably all attest that was pretty disappointing to look at. When they start climbing is when we're going to do magic damage to them. Like that. Crossbows got introduced in the West. Yeah, I mean, that's what it was the French, right? The French had to counter longbows with crossbows, and the skill level to pilot a crossbow is obviously dramatically reduced in comparison to, you know, anything else in the time period. Yeah, I'm slightly worried that they've actually gotten in without too much. How are you enraged? Yeah, without too much trouble. Did you break through now? Could actually be the crossbow, but a crossbow takes well less skill practice. Oh yeah, definitely. Like the accuracy values of a crossbow, you know, you didn't need to have as much training, and you could sort of pick up one and do all right? Alright, let's pull my slingers back. Oh, I should pick it. Oh no, I don't think I can hit the berserkers here. But my slingers are worth a lot of value here, so I have to be careful. What the hell just killed? Oh my Christ, Wolfric just killed so many of these Skaven slaves. We might be able to kill the ones that are in the fight here. Hey, Niglov. Skaven slaves? I don't know, I'm just doing it as a challenge. That really does suck. All the ones that aren't frenzied will probably start routing now. You know, we might be able to get a couple of these guys moving over. I don't think this tower's going to do particularly too much now. But if we can move over and get ourselves in a position where we can do this. Yeah, hopefully we might be able to take at least a couple of these guys down. Definitely hasn't gone exactly how I was hoping for, but shoot, it's gonna wrap all over me with magic, aren't they? If I charge now, get the charge bonus, we might then be able to make it so that we can be underneath the gatehouse to avoid damage. Never mind. Because yeah, if we're under the gatehouse, they aren't able to do magic on us. That mage is having fun. Yeah, more fun than I'd like him to have, that's for sure. Get some more towers built. Okay, there's a few of these guys that have died, as you see. Gonna bring the Skaven Slingers over this flank, just so we can start throwing stuff down, because Wolfric's actually repositioning. Alright, let's see if we can shoot on the mammoth here. Yeah, it's a shame my mage isn't over on this flank, but I'm going to bring him over here. Yeah, without leadership being below a specific threshold, we lose the immune to psychology, annoyingly. I think what we're going to probably have to start doing is getting prepared to fight to defend these back points over here. So let's move accordingly to that. Go for these marauders here. Do you know what? I think smarter play would be to just do a summon and then continue the fire over here. And continue the damage we're doing on this side. So we've killed a good amount of them actually. One has died, which is good. Let's get over here and start throwing down from here as well. Hey Zingly, goes well. How are you, buddy? Goes wonderful. How are you? Did Fred do some really, really interesting and questionable things on Palworld today? I'd imagine he definitely did. Hey Sneaky, good to see you, buddy. Just unless some casual labourers, kind of like chores, yeah. It's a tough fight, but this is fine. I don't like auto-resolving too many things. Powell is great. Yeah, we'll probably be playing it later on. I'll probably play it later on. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how that how the shenanigans of that goes. Where's the tower location? Oh, right here. Tier 3 tower. That should be... Tier 3 towers, like the decent damage, right? Hold on, let me summon here and do magic. Because they're going to do nothing to me. Like, being on a chariot and being mounted, they're going to struggle to hit my general here. so I'm not worried about it. I should be munching, but not paying attention, but doing over. Oh, me too, mate. Got resurrected poorly. Yeah, I went out last night myself, and I had far too many bevies. Good. There was many bevies on the occasion. Went to a Italian Mexican fused restaurant, and they served like there was a massive list of steak, which is like French. Like it was like cooked in a French way as well. So it was like a creamy peppercorn roux, which is I think a French way of doing it. So it was interesting that they had a whole lot of fusions of stuff. Some hefty moonshine. Oh, I've never tried moonshine. I have never tried moonshine, and it probably is for a good thing. As I think moonshine would probably kick the crap out of me, because it's like really strong stuff, isn't it? Like, isn't moonshine like just a next level of strength? I don't know if it'd even be legal to sell in the UK. In fact, I would doubt it would be. 96%. Jesus, yeah. Did you both to the 5th yesterday? I didn't survive the night. It's always amusing the tales you've got, Lantry. Oh, it is a tier. It is like I expected. Okay, good. I have no idea what cracked the auto resolve is smoking in this fight, though. Can't lie. Wow, we've gotten those very weak, which is huge. Just the sheer amount of magic they have available to them is insane. Death has embraced my lord, but that's okay. He's gone to a better place now. I wonder if there is a type of Skaven heaven. What if that even exists? Like Thanquol's like, yeah, guys, you know, you'll go to like Valhalla or something if you keep fighting for me well. Smiley face. Hey, lesbian. Red Moonshine once. This demos my brain at the time. Oh my god. Endless amount of cheese to live in. That'd be nice. Love me cheese. I'll still never forget the book that was written for men to seduce women, like in the 1800s or something like that, like the early 1900s. And it was basically just saying that women are fascinated with cheese, so give them cheese if they want them to. If you want women to fall in love with you. I was like, honestly, not terrible advice. Everyone loves cheese. I mean, hell, my girlfriend's lactose intolerant. She still loves cheese. Well, that works? Absolutely. And especially if you're a really good Skaven player, they love that too. Nothing gets a girl going like cheesing with Skaven. I mean, the sample size of that I have is very small, but conclusive kappa. Now I know where I'm going wrong. Yeah, cheese would help. Jesus, the tier 3 tower here is so accurate. It's insane. Nice, we've got the really big barricade up here as well to stop these guys. It's a shame I don't have my general anymore. A lot of the towers we have available to us is it's pretty decent. We're actually in an okay-ish spot. Shouldn't YOLO the Gracie? Agreed. I didn't expect the Gracie to die, if I'm honest, in the scenario it was. Yeah, we have so much Winds of Magic. It would have been probably GG if we played this properly, but I think we're still in a favourable situation because the tier 3 tower is honestly cracked. Yo, Parker, how are we doing, you handsome bugger?
Cheers, brother.
Cheers to you as well, my friend. Much love. Thank you for the 7 months, bud. Keep the good content. Mwah. Thank you. Round of applause to you, my friend. Guys, we get some 07s in the chat for the wonderful T4 Parker. I might have to start training you guys to do that. That might be me. It might be something I need to do to train y'all. Obviously, we got the emote for the. Do you know what? I might need to find the 70V variant of it. Will the AI actually try and go for the victory point? Yes, they will. They will. I just want this mammoth, man. I just want this mammoth to die, and I'm happy. Like, actually. This mammoth dies, I'm happy. Probably too many chefs in the kitchen, though, honestly. Probably a case of too many chefs in the kitchen at the moment. If I can kill these mammoths, we're in a good spot. It's a good job the towers don't friendly fire, honestly. It's a bloody good job they don't. Summon over here just to keep them hold. Just hold them back a little bit. We're going to send the Skaven spears that have frenzy, so they can't get terror routed. As frenzy is pretty useful for that, because it did a lot of additional damage too. Yeah, honestly, there's actually a world here where I would have won if I didn't YOLO my lord. So I can understand why the auto resolve is the way it is. Rats. Just this mage man is absolutely crushing us, dude. The mage is shafting us. 300 kills. It's annoying that we're struggling to finish our food, though. Very, very hard to finish our food at the moment. Restart? Nah, I'm not that bothered. I'm a changed man. I tend not to restart battles these days. I am a changed man. If it's the corn throwing axes, it'd be a pain, but it shouldn't be, as they have a ton of bonuses to inventory. I think we have killed their mammoth. The only thing I'm worried about now is the mage just crushing my stacked units. Speaking of which, okay, let's try and get Wolfric down, as long as we have pressure onto the point. Peaceful destruction. I've always been a peaceful fella. I'm trying to cheese a little bit less, because I feel like from a... Well, I'll cheese when I need to, for demonstration purposes, but I think sometimes cheesing too much can make the game a little bit more stale, you know? Depends what you do. Is that golden hands? It is. Yeah, it looks like it should be. The goal here now is to try and kill these mammoths. Everything else doesn't matter, because Wolfric won't have terror. Never mind. Damn it. We got close. I'm happy with that. We got close. Yeah. I definitely could have done better there. I didn't expect them to fight the way they did. Oh, they had one Marauder champion, that makes sense. Nice try, yeah. Do we not just decide that cheese is the way forward? No, I'll cheese when I need to, don't worry. But, like, outside of Skaven campaigns, I don't cheese that much. Your boy will cheese to no end within Skaven campaigns. I think that's kind of how you play Skaven. That's sort of how you play Skaven. You do some dumb cheese. The good news is Throt should be able to reach, I'm pretty sure. Or get close to reaching. So, any of the benefits of holding the walls? Yes, I would say if I were to have been a little bit smarter with how I played it, and went a little bit more aggressive, but pulled away from the walls, I think it would have been a smarter way of doing it. Glittering scales might be actually really nice, so I'll confiscate it off you. Yoink. So ambush foiled. Oh, we just have enough movement. That's annoying. Is there anything in the laboratory that gives you more movement? No. Shame.
Master Lord of
I don't think Throg is going to be strong enough to take this guy on. So as long as I'm moving in ambush...
pounce from dark.
Someone from September has left the band. Oh, that sucks. Was there any reason as to why? God, that mutated army in there is looking awful, awful scary. Everything else, I don't necessarily need to upgrade here. I've got the heroes that we need. I don't think we can really upgrade them too much. Get another Packmaster. God, Sharp Claws is such a bad trait. Warpstone Hoarder is usually really good because you can get a ton of your units quite high tier for cheap. Works on his singing career, fair. Right. Ideally what I could do here is let Throg kill Wulfric so he can confederate all of his settlements, but we'll see. I want to spam more heroes because I have minimized the amount of heroes I can use to one per army. Wow, I ambushed him. That is brutal for him. I've minimized the amount we can use. So why basic slaves instead of slingers? I wanted to experiment with the mutagents you can do to see how well they perform. Honestly, it's more of an experiment than anything. Normally, it's just a terrible idea not to leverage and utilize slingers only. But with the random 1 to 5 mutagens that I can give them, I'm thinking it might be an idea that I can get use out of them. Is generally the only reason why. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to concentrate my forces on this side, just so we can kill Wulfric as soon as possible. I think one mistake I always see from time to time is people overextending themselves. Anytime you're overextending yourself, you're setting yourself up to fail in these scenarios, especially since my unit quality is actually not as good as theirs. Like, if I had a higher unit quality, then I'd be in a scenario where it would probably make more sense, but generally the unit quality that I have is very, very low. And so I'm not as favored as I might be in typical fights. Come back here, you bugger. What I can do as well is get you to chase, and then we'll get another summon down here to protect. And then Gorich should absolutely smack him up. Let's get some shots onto the Marauder Horseman on the side here. Gorich is one, and now Throt is. This is why Remolded is such a nice one, because once you hit your mount, that is when you get yourself the ability to heal yourself a ton. I don't think there's any point in summoning anything, because they'll just rout straight away, I'm pretty sure. Due to the terror that's in there. But Wulfric is very close to dead already. Let's give everybody some bonus versus large. It's so nice that it's AoE. And then can I do it on him? Yeah, I can do it on Throt as well here. So I can give him another 24 melee attack, making him that sort of unit with that amount of stat line. And then now it's his job to take down those mammoths as well. Let's turn these slings around, because obviously they don't really have too many targets here that are that effective, but we can move over. I believe this does damage against our own team, and it does. There's no tagline there to tell me, to let me know that it's gonna not friendly fire. I think a cast through here makes sense. Probably gonna be pretty tasty, especially since all of that is Marauders. Yep, delicious amounts of damage there. Let's do the secondary summon of Rat Ogres. Let's keep those guys pressured. Yeah, this is going well. Yeah, Throt in himself is an extremely powerful fighter. I would honestly wager that Throt is probably the strongest out of all of the Skaven. If I was going to have to put money on it, I would honestly probably say he is pretty much the strongest out of everybody. Let's heal up Gorich as well. I don't think anybody can even get remotely close to Throt's level of power. Especially his self-sustainability. The amount of bonuses is large he can get to. Like, he's got 22 before his item. That's 38, right? And most of the time, you know, fighting against large targets is pretty much what you're going to be looking for to do. And big. Kill the mammoth. Maybe it would have been a good idea to not kill Wulfric here. And instead let him survive, because Throg might have come down. But there's nothing special without his regen. Yeah, I mean, it's regeneration that makes him so strong, because he has effectively a health pool of about 18,000, so it's pretty damn good. I don't think there's any... He's among one of the tankier lords in the game, but he's just have low armor. And you're saying Bjelke's Gate is worse than Crack? Carry on. Yeah, it is. It's an amazing game. Insanely good game, aye. Get more food, because we're looking for more food for Eringrad. Yeah, look at this. This is probably a mistake by me. Look at this. Throg is nearby, so Throg probably could have done it. Yeah, Throg probably could have killed Wulfric if we didn't. Because who goes first between Throg and Wulfric? Let me attack the settlements. To take Erin... Oh, actually, no, I can't yet. Oh, that's annoying. I'm an idiot. Oh, no, I guess I can sack it, can't I? And then attack it again. So what I can do here is, depending on where their reinforcements are coming from, not sieging it, and then just attacking their reinforcements, killing them as soon as possible, and then going for the settlement. Hey, Neurosis, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Played Thorgrim last week. He's so fun if you can beat Skarsnik early. Yeah, you've got to kill Skarsnik early, otherwise you're screwed. Skarsnik just snowballs too fast. It's the only frustrating thing about Thorgrim nowadays. Doing good? Happy to hear that, bud. Happy to hear that. Yeah, it's the only annoying thing about it. Nice. So the reinforcements are coming in from the left flank here, and we'll probably crush them. It's all where the power is. So I'll just make sure that Throt and Gorich is killing their mage.
This seems like a crazy hard campaign, Monkus.
It definitely has its challenges, Per. And thank you very much for the 10 months, buddy. It definitely has its challenges. Yeah, Matty, good on you, lad. Getting some 07s already. Love to see that. Well trained. Can we get some 07s for the wonderful Per, if you guys don't mind? Yeah, let's... If we can kill their general, and we can kill their mage, the rest of their army is just absolutely worthless. So I'm going to go 2 on Gorich, and then everything else is here. I think it makes sense to have a line here. Can I have my cheese now? Oof. Maybe. Skaven cheese is a fine art. How many campaigns have you done with the main man Oxshuttle? Probably about 5, I'd say. I love Oxshuttle. I think Oxshuttle is probably one of the campaigns I can go back to and really enjoy every time. Yeah, Oxshuttle's an absolute beast. There ain't many like him. Somewhat green cheese. Yeah, a bit of Warpstone cheese, why not? But yeah, I love the likes of Oxshuttle. I think he's nuts. Don't think you've ever done an Oxshuttle campaign? Per, give it a go, trust me. Oxshuttle's awesome. If you have the DLC, I would give it a go. Like, surely everyone in the chat can probably attest to Oxshuttle is a pretty damn good campaign. Like, if anyone here has played the Oxshuttle campaign, speak up now. What's everyone's thoughts on the Oxshuttle campaign? I was waiting one more minute. I can speed it up. Yeah, I think Oxshuttle is really good fun. I remember trying his campaign, and there was a bug at the time where tier 4, tier 5 armies, full 20 out of 20 tier 4, 5 armies spawned really close to where you started, like turn 3. And I was in a position where I had to beat the campaign while having that kind of level of tier of armies fighting us. It was Pog, I loved it. I feel like his campaign is very engaging, really interesting. In what respect? Like, you felt he maybe... Interesting, I'm actually kind of curious where you're going to come for this. At level 50, turn 40? Yeah, it's kind of nuts, right? Also, I feel like I need to be more conscious about how fast I speak sometimes. Do you guys think I speak too quickly most of the time? Do you all think I speak too fast? Nah, you don't think so? Okay. It's one of the things that I've been self-conscious about. Because when I used to work as a customer success engineer, a lot of the people that I used to work with could never understand me. That I used to, like, from the companies I worked alongside of. They'd be like, this man is speaking too fast, I can't understand him. Can I have to when you got 30 questions a minute? True. True. Got coached about speaking too quickly at work. Really? I was on the phone, I had to make sure the customer can understand me, so I got to talk slow. Yeah, that's sort of what I had to endure as well. Sort of a similar scenario for me. Although it wasn't too bad, as I was like an implementation engineer, so I would deploy our software into their environments. So when I had a customer that struggled, I just slowed down. It worked alright. Thanks for picked everything up. Yeah. Like, who would vote Ratlins over Giselles? Let's have a look at the vote so far. Rattling Gunner is winning. Rattling Gunners don't even fire back? They do, but you've got to be very cautious of the terrain, you know? Most of the time when people at work say I'm speaking too fast, they just don't understand what it is being said. Yeah. Also, thanks for the follow, buddy. Yeah, I feel like it's like a really easy default excuse. Like, I could be talking about something really technical, and they're like, you're speaking too fast for me, I can't understand you. But it's not the fact that I'm speaking too fast, they just don't understand what I'm saying to them. Yeah, maybe that's the case. I would agree to you. I think that definitely has happened. Right, these poor buggers have all been murdered, and we're going to go murder their settlement now. I honestly couldn't think of anything worse than fighting Skaven. You haven't played 2/3 of the Lords? Yeah, Jorah, because you simp over Kataryn and Cal Franz. That's why. Uncle for Uncle, you speak really fast when you're excited and it's accidental. Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I mean, hell, I'm always excited to stream for you guys. It's one of the poggiest things about doing what I do. Like, I never, like, when I used to have a proper job, I used to wake up and be like, I don't want to work today. But I never feel like, I don't want to stream today. I'm always like, heck yes, I'm going to speak to some of the most wholesome hunks in the entire world today. That shit is lit. I was told in an old job that I was using too complicated words in reports. Laval. I understand how to understand fast speakers by listening to Torin. Yeah, well, he's got to... It's commentating lies, right? Actually using proper English, yeah. How dare you use your diverse vocabulary? How dare you use your diverse vocabulary? I mean, that says more things about them than it does you, right? If you're using terminologies and English words that they just don't understand, that's kind of funny. Giselles take out the most important units before they engage. I guess it depends on what you're fighting, because Giselles aren't the most effective at killing infantry. Well, they used to be, because they used to be able to pen more units, but I believe Giselles can only shoot one unit now. It might be two, but I don't believe they have the ability to penetrate as much as they used to. Because when they changed crane gunners, they were able to... when they buffed crane gunners, they made it so that you could near enough... two-shot most units. And it would go through the majority of the army as well. Obviously that had to be changed, though. But in fairness, it was pretty nutty that they could do that. Choosing what's dangerous in the point of cancel switch to deal with it. I guess it depends on what the inventory is and what you have. I think in a scenario where you're considering late game, the DPS of something that gets close, Rattling Gunners has more DPS than Giselles. And you have unlimited ammunition with them. The only problem that people often have with things akin to Rattling Gunners is the line of sight can be a little awkward. But Giselles kind of have a better line of sight. Kringan doesn't nerf them because of how OP they made them. Oh yeah, George, you remember when you could literally sit every unit on top of each other? And then the Jezzails would literally pen like 4 units, making it so if you went into a 8 rank deep formation with your units to increase your mass by 4 times, just FYI, fun fact, you literally would be penetrating the majority of the units, and you do roughly about 3,000, 4,000 damage per volley. It was unbelievable. Jaggerbox fixes line of sight. Yeah, it depends if you can put them in between. So I had to sack this because I don't have enough food, annoyingly. We'll attack it next turn. Hopefully, if Throg takes this, I'm going to be so peeved off. Can I raid? Oh, Pog, I can. So that raiding is going to give me 3 food. I think if we sit out here and raid with you as well, it should give us food. Now, I'd be very surprised if I don't get enough food from this. Although, if he takes this settlement, I'll be annoyed at that too. But I guess I could give him most of Troll Country. Let's get Ravening Hunger, as the Perfect Vigor is insane, especially with a unit that has the ability to heal. They have no range units, there's no point. Oh wait, is it increased slinger damage? Oh, it increases slinger damage, Pog. Wait, how good can I get my slinger units? Like, actually. Wait, can I get my slinger units, like, pretty insane? Oh my god, I actually might be able to get slinger units pretty strong. No, extra powder. That won't work on them. But we'll see how good I can get them then.
Endless hunger.
Frenzied Assault, and then Intact Mind for the level of experience here. It's going to be really tasty. Blood Shield, what's this about? Spell Resistance? Honestly, not too much of a worry there. So we'll take Aaron Grad out of tier 5. I'm hoping double raid should give us enough, because -6, then we got 13 captives and we got 6 buildings, which means it should be sufficient. And also we got this in 1 turn. And we lost a settlement as well, so we should have, I believe this should give us enough food. So I'll end turn now. Could Slinger kite with speed boost from Hero? Yeah. Slingers can be pretty damn swift because they're low armored, so they're pretty swift in the grand scheme of things. Also, my puppy wants to say hello. Oh! Mwah. The pupper is here to say hello. Hello, Mr. Pupper. Are you okay, baby? God. Oh, she wet my mouth like crazy. Do you know what? One of the things this dog does. Do you know what? I'll call her out here. Oh wow, we actually have exact food. I calculated it right. I'm gonna call Freya out here, boys. I'm gonna call Freya out. Do you know what her beige flag is, or whatever it is? One of the annoying things this dog does. This dog right here. Do you know what's one of my most annoying things that she does? Right, when she's licking you, she'll lick you, and then get her tongue as wet as she possibly can do, and then lick you again, and then keep doing that. So every single lick is of a great amount of, you know, wetness. It's not pleasant, I'll tell you that for free. Likes to flick your nose. In your nose? Oh yeah, she does as well. She tries her bloody best, I tell you. She tries to get in there, but I try and avoid it. She wants to give me a proper wash, yeah. It was hella weird when she licked my head for the first time. Equal more love, so she just loves me. Is that a thing? I think she's just a sloppy kind of girl, you know? I don't know if she's just a sloppy girl. Gosh, hold on. She just dribbled? No, she doesn't at all. If she gets a lot of treats, though, she'll have like a right wet mouth. So you gotta make sure she drinks a lot of water, in fairness to her. Maybe she's just got overproductive sweat glands, or whatever the word is. Alright, let's grab some of these. Oh, can you not heal? Yeah, you can't heal anymore, so I'm gonna have to get rid of you. Gonna have to get rid of yours. Yes, saliva, that's the one. Move you fellows up. Let's go batter that wall down, eh, folks? Oh, nice, he's got his Brood Horror now. Wait, when did he get regeneration? When did this guy get regen as well? Wait, do Brood Horrors give you regeneration? Yo, dude, Monks, thanks for following me. They do? That's insane, dude. Brood Horrors are insane. That is actually so crazy OP. Is it only the Packmasters that get it? Is it just available to Packmasters, that, though? Because if that's just for Packmasters, it makes sense, and they're probably one of the best heroes I can keep recruiting them. Best thing in the middle of the game? Yeah, it honestly feels that way. Because, I mean, what we've got here? We've got 7.5k HP, so that's what, 5k additional HP? So that's 12.5k HP available. Heavily armor piercing, decent melee stat line, really good at charging. Double summons, you've got a shot collar that you can now use on himself because he's now a Molder monster. He has healing per second with running in a pack. Yeah, pretty insane. The amount of sustainability that he provides is honestly pretty insane. Grab the walls. I love slingers. I just the prospect of like a 3-4 foot rat chucking a rock at you and killing you is just brilliant. To achieve all achievements. I got Empire Kislev Isles by finishing a Lara campaign. Wait, you've only just finished a Lara campaign? Sure, how many campaigns of her have you done? I swear you've like said so many times you've played her. I thought you'd have done it by now. I thought she was one of your like top 3s, isn't she? Isn't she in your top 3? I'm certain she's in your top 3. Out of who you like the most. Alright, bounce that breath attack off the wall. Bada bing, bada boom. They usually finish the campaign. Yeah, I don't blame that. I don't blame that, honestly. Yeah, the only... I'm not sure if you guys know the cheating way. Oh, maybe I should make a video on it. Maybe I should make a video on it. I've been working... Honestly, I'm just speaking gibberish, but the latest video that I've been working on, I am honestly overthinking it 100%. I want it to be genuinely perfect, and I just keep overthinking it and changing it. Hey, Jonas. I just keep overthinking it like crazy. I don't want to spoil what it is because I'm really excited about it. But we'll get there. Let's get the dogs to chase. I think it's going to be one of my best videos that I make, or it's going to be up there. But learning how to edit in a massively different style is challenging, to say the least. Let's pull up the mage a little bit closer now. As you finish in the sense of get to the point where there's no real challenge left. Yeah, I think the concept of what to finish, you know, finishing a campaign is different for people. Hey Jimbo, good to see you, bud. For me, generally speaking, a short victory condition is like, in my eyes, finished. But everyone's different, right? I very rarely do map dominations. Like, out of interest, for folks in the chat, type uno, one-o in the chat-o, or just one. If you've done a full map domination, type 2 if you haven't. Like, we're talking you've taken the entirety of the map. Give me a 1 if you have, give me a 2 if you haven't. I'd be impressed if there's a lot of people that have done it. I personally, I think I've done it once in my 5,000 hours or something in the game. In my 5,000 hours, I've done it once. In Warhammer 2. In 1. Yeah, 1's a smaller map. I did it in Warhammer 1, but it was a lot smaller map. Did it in Warhammer 2? In any, honestly. Did once gift every region to Marathi. Makes sense. Dwarves in Warhammer 1. Frostport, it's the same for me, buddy. Look, this is what I was meaning, why tier 5 Erangran is not worth it, because you get a tier 1 port. And it costs an armor leg to upgrade. Cost a bloody armor and a leg to upgrade, I tell you. Does this increase capacity? No. You gotta go to tier 4. Did it with Setra and Sisters of Twilight and Warhammer 2. Nice. Modded Tomb Kings. Like that. Some of the Tomb Kings mods are awesome. Warhammer 1 myself. World map gets dull after a while. Yeah, the map's too big now. Only a single time, and that was with Archon directly after the Warriors of Chaos rework. Love that because Archon's insane. Also, classic copy pasta. Corruption -1. Why would I want Corruption -? That don't make no damn sense. Damus is annoying playing the Roman for Bannerlords. Got captured by the Rivelins. They have one city left, so all the lords are hanging around. So there's every time I escape, I'm meant to recapture. That sucks. Yeah, those kind of vibes is never fun. Nice. We'll upgrade Irongrad. Doesn't this give us trade resources, though? Additional trade resources? It does. So maybe one pottery. This goes up to growth, and we don't need growth, but it gives replenishment rate. High control would help a lot. Recruitment reductions. We're only recruiting Skaven Slaves, so it's not exactly something that's going to be massively important. So now, currently we have, I believe, -10 leadership for my armies because of the food consumption. I'm going to go ahead and do that again. Give us a little bit of food from each time you claim the growth vats, you get 10 food, I believe. Or it scales potentially per it. Which is actually something most people don't know. Most people don't know the Flesh Lab gives you food. Sometimes you'll only just be away from how many you need. And that might be the deciding factor, you know? So let's force march over here. This is my pure melee army. What magic do we go? Personal breath makes sense. Am I close enough? I am close enough, but it doesn't matter. I think if they siege this now, there's no way they win it. There's a chance that instead of attacking this, they retreat and attack this army, which would be pretty big brain. So hopefully they don't do that. Let me get rid of any of these that are just useless. Instability 3, honestly, probably is not going to be the vibes, but you've got a lot of good stat line here. Yeah, annoyingly, a lot of these are just really unstable. It's going to be difficult. Because it's like a Gamba if you get somebody that you can use in your army with the upgrade we went. It's annoying we can't recycle them anymore either. Let's give you some items, pal. Give you chromatic armor. Breast cleaver, I believe, is base weapon damage, right? Oh, it's melee attack. Oh, wow. Tasty. But glittering scales for minus melee attack and then melee attack of my own. That's going to be pretty tasty, no? Shield of Distraction. Is this missile resistance? Wow, melee attack reductions as well. I'm going to give that to the hero here. Because that'll all stack. That'll all stack, won't it? Mate, we're going to crush their melee attack. This is Warrior's Bane's the base weapon damage reductions. There you go. I wonder if that's alone gives us Pyrrhic. No. 6 summons. We could go with Dominating Scheme. We should always do Dominating Scheme, honestly. It's always worthwhile. But we want to keep a little bit of cash to ensure that we can upgrade Karengrad's port, because it really amplifies. Because this building will amplify by 50% at tier 5. So we'll make 1.2k, excuse me, from this port. That's pretty insane, honestly. I don't believe there's any building in Skaven's arsenal that gets them that amount of money per for the one settlement. Ah, shoot, since we did this one, we can't do the Dominating Scheme, the 13th scheme. I'm pretty confident we should win this, honestly. I mean, Kislevites suck against heavily melee units. Because the problem that I have with Kislev right now is Kislev's identity lies in their hybrid units, and in most traditional games you ever play, anything that has to be a hybrid is obviously weaker, right? And so typically speaking, the majority of Kislev units are pretty weak. Because if you look at, like, you go to Kislev's units, right? You pick their normal default Corsairs. The stat line, they are near enough a pretty garbage unit at fighting. They have terrible armor and only 90 models. And then you go over to, the likes of High Elves. I think High Elves is a reasonable one because 140 range. The default archer is 180 range. and honestly would fight just as good. Which is one of the reasons why a lot of Kislev is unfortunately very weak due to their hybrid elements. It's like, just because they can do hybrid stuff doesn't mean it's a good thing. Let me fast forward as well. We obviously want to make sure we're in the battlefield. I don't want to rout this entire army before we've got to fight them. We'll slow them down as well with summons. Shouldn't have summoned like that, because I'm pretty sure Skaven don't get attacked while they're summoned. I think they're one of the very few summons that when you summon like that... Oh, they do. Look at that. They do. Yeah, nice summation. It's so stupid, right? And they've instantly routed. Love to see that. I believe we'll get the rest of our units in here. Maybe a bit. Run fact, Lester the Rat. Just graduated from Harvard with a degree in English literature. A great Skaven fellow he was. Great Skaven fellow indeed. Great Skaven fellow indeed. And Ghouls, do you think doing a Night Watchman playthrough in the Game of Thrones mod would be viable? The only worry I have is, how would I start leveling up against all of the whites and the things in that area? I guess arenas might be one way of doing it, but I'd have to try and get my renown up. They've just stopped moving. An interesting gamer move. Let's group all these fellas in and then just run at them. The rest of them. Which region? Up north? Yeah. Bite wall. Bite wall. I'm trying it. There's a little broken man south of the wall. Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's probably possible. Could do a White Walker playthrough? Nice. That'll be fun. Because I felt like it would be a good YouTube video. Defendants at north. Is this ice sheet? So it's a mage. It's a ice mage then. Just gonna summon this here just to stop them from shooting me. As that's kind of the only thing that the Kislevites can do, really. Is just keep shooting the snot at you, but shut them down like this. Leverage the fact that I have a ton of melee units. Job is good. The jobs are good, boys. I don't really care too much if I'm casting in my own units too. As I'm Skaven right now. I'm getting in the Skaven mindset. Doing 1,000 damage to your enemies and doing 10,000 damage to yourselves. You've still done 1,000 damage to your enemies. Skaven math, right there. Skaven math. The best kind of Skaven math. No, I'll give these guys all poison. It'll help them trade. Okay. Or is that an actual... Oh, these are the ambushes. It's also the really funny thing when certain units that you're fighting have like a ton of armor piercing. It's like, my dudes have 25... No, it's not even them. Where's the Skaven Slaves? My dudes have 0 armor. They don't give a damn if you've got armor piercing or not. It all hurts the same. Check and mate. It all hurts the same. We kill the mage now. Murder kill, yes, yes time, boys. Send them this way. Beautiful. Kind of pushing these ambushes over into the blobs over this side, so I don't mind that at all. Would standard leveling up against small armies work? I don't know if you'd have small armies there. I don't know if you'd be able to get small armies. But I'll have to see. I'll have to see. go. I mean, near enough. This is GG's. As I don't think there's anything they can do here now. Just a massive amount of Skaven. They do not have anywhere near the resources required to deal with it. Yeah, time loss bonus, baby. Yeah, I didn't think we would struggle with this fight, honestly. Like, looking at the troops that they had, I was like, I think we have more than enough. Don't underestimate the sheer level of, like, insanity that you can get Skaven Slaves, boys. I mean, the depressing thing is, any kind of summon is the best unit that I have. Any and every summon that I do is better than any unit that I have. So I guess that's a little bit espresso depresso. They're expensive. Kislev's economy is not too terrible. I think most certain factions have really garbage economies, while Kislev is not that bad. The amount of money you can make from the singleton settlements that you can obtain, like the Pragues, your Kislevs, and things like that, are redonkulous. They're not too bad. It just depends if you overextend yourself. Like, I think Katarin's is probably one of the worst campaigns for that, though, because you're going to be fighting a lot. And yeah, Jorah, they were buffed because of multiplayer, you know. Armored Corsairs got pretty hefty buffs because of multiplayer. Because in comparative to every other mid to high tier, I guess high tier, units, that they were performing so badly.
Don't disappoint me.
Alright, scary thing is now, I have to go help it. Good luck fighting and killing help it. Honestly, help it is stronger than like all of my armies combined. Unironically.
Master Lord of Hellpit.
Warpstone tokens. Power reserve capacity plus 13. 100% worth it. Mainly because of the fact that if you don't overcast, miscast space chance doesn't matter. Big brain. Yeah, we'll go into Norscan Fury. I don't think Trusted Chieftain is that good alongside Great thingy. Got something buffed instead of nerfed. Well, they started being a lot smarter with how they did nerfs. They instead of nerfing a unit's stat line, they would instead change the cost of them, which is the best way of doing it. Norsca still were since Warhammer 2. Do you know what the main problem with Norsca is? It's not what they have. It's not how the campaign functions. It's you as the player aren't incentivized to play Norsca because their identity is tied into Warriors of Chaos. In multiplayer? No, Norsca's decent in multiplayer. Norsca unironically plays well in Domination. Because Norsca has a pretty good roster for that.
Don't disappoint me.
Because of Skirmish Cavalry.
Slash attack, destroy.
They're reasonably good in multiplayer. Damn it, we didn't get the ambush. It's fine. It's like a good Norscan player could honestly take on a lot of stuff. It sucks so hard that this unit is just Garbonzo. Gonna have to get rid of you, bud. And then get into the Skaven Slave. What do you get? Wait, what did I just get? Did I just get you absolutely insanely mutagens out of your mind? I think I did, didn't I? Did one of you twos. I don't mind taking this. It's nice you can colonize it at tier 1. Let's go ahead and get some triangulation in there. I don't think Crack's Call or Flames in Ruins is going to be that good. Castle Alexandrov is going to be annoying, as it completes my province. But oh well. That'll be priority. I think it just doesn't make them money, and I think especially with everything CA is going through, they need to try and figure out how to make money. And reworking a faction doesn't give them money, so I would doubt that I'll doubt they'll rework them anytime soon, unless it's a DLC, right? So unless we get a Kislev DLC, excuse me, a Norscan DLC, which I hope we do, there's not a chance in hell that anything will happen to him. Just my experience and my thoughts. Next DLC is $55, yeah. Scamming the audience is that. I think scamming's a stretch, but misleading for sure. Is anyone in here? Builds a presence of 2, so there's an army of 8 somewhere. And it's Catherine here. Wow, we even called it. Unlucky Catherine. Sucks to be sucks. Sucks to suck, Chief. Sucks to suck. Wait, even this valiant defeat really doesn't like our army chances, does it? But the unlucky thing for her is she's on a horse now. She's not on a bear yet, so she'll get clapped. At least 3 other unique Northman tribes they could easily touch. Yeah, I mean, Skeggy would be an interesting one. Skeggy's been on the map for a while. A lot of cool stuff with Skeggy. The Norskins to the north of the Cathay Gates. Cathay Bastions, excuse me. They're really dope. Can't remember the name of them off the top of my head. But you're completely right. There's a lot of cool stuff. Norska has a lot of really cool things. Yeah, Norska has a lot of cool things that they could do. Hey, Grinch Boy, have you ever got into the Radius Total War mod? I have. I've played it in Warhammer 2. But the only problem that I had with it is the amplifications of power. Right? For me personally as a player, I prefer it when the game's harder, and I think Radius makes the game a little bit easier. Which is why I have a tendency to play SFO instead. I was going to play one of them. But I've played it quite a lot. I'm a massive fan of all mods. I think we've been very blessed with the mods we've had in the game. And the voice acting work that I did for Champions of Undeath. Hopefully I'll be able to play it on stream soon. Honestly, my light is giving me a headache. There you go, that's better. It's gaming time, boys. It's wicked gaming time. I mean, there's been peak Total War modding. Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, especially with the changes we've had recently. We've had the additions of sound modding, right? We've had the additions of sound modding. Which made, like, Araby was one of the first mods to fully overhaul everything. Because you gotta think to yourself, the main differences between the likes of DLC and mods for a long period of time has been the audio polish. IMO, right? And now with that no longer being the differential factor between modding and the game itself, I think the sky's the limit for mods. And nice shades, thanks guys. I bought these unironically. They were 30-40 pounds. I thought they were funny, and I thought I could do things to get them into the stream, like meme things for the stream. When you get them and cook, seems like an impossible task right now. Sometimes it do be like that, my man. Sometimes it really do be like that. But Lantry, just know, I'll be proud of you when you do. It's one of those things where some days, you know, even getting out of bed is a win, you know? So we should all take the day however we need to.
Total control! To me, my pets. Ready to eat feed.
Oh, I'm getting shot at like crazy. I was wondering why Throt was taking so much damage. I was like, my dude is getting absolutely roasted here. Because it's not the best purchase you ever made in your life. I mean... just look at him. Do you know what I mean? Just having a little quick peep will give you the answer that you need.
Monster with mine. Great, yes. Leader
Have fun, Landry. Yeah, I think that's the problem with my sound, with my light setup right now. It's just too close to my face.
next experiment. What? Good hunting ground. Throt.
Damn it, they're gonna crumble, aren't they? Yeah.
Beast's tower tremble.
Where's Gorich? Ah. Yeah, can't cast anything. Yeah, Catherine is not in a good spot here. That's the armored corsair, so that makes sense. That cast is pretty bad. They're going to run away from it most of the time. I don't know. They got absolutely roasted from that. Maybe we run to the left here because they've just put up a barricade. So we'll go left side. Their ice swords are going to slowly dissipate, or what the word is. We have a ton of winds and magics available to us at least. Luckily this army's forced marched, so they'll all be very tired. Or they'll all be pretty damn tired. And honestly, since I'm hungover, wearing these is actually quite nice, not gonna lie. 25 of them with that much HP coming back already is so insane. Sometimes units are just absolutely sicko mode, I'm telling you. Now we can pull the slingers in. I'm hopeful I can start getting a couple of positionings with them. This will do a ton of damage here. Annoyingly, a lot of the entities that were nearby have run away. Yo, Baben, what's up, handsome? Yeah, Throt will still heal. Salutations, everyone. Salutations. Let's get these guys moving up. One doggo spawn of the AP should sufficiently deal with these guys. And we could have done the poison ones, honestly. Looking at the map, we'll have to go all the way around, so I'm going to get Gorich to start beating this barricade up. Good. Good usage. And now let's move this guy up as well for the summon. Throt is just getting focused like crazy here, which makes sense. Throt is an absolute unit. Hold on. Yeah, between the two of these guys, it's going to be pretty brutal. Barricade's going down nicely though. Who's the range unit in here? The ambushes. When you sack Kislev, and it's all like, how could you do this to us? It's always quite interesting. Yeah, thanks for the homie, bud. Just spilt it in my beard. Saving it till later. That's a save till later angle. I think Armor Loss bonus is just triggered, isn't it? Yep. Armor Loss bonus is triggered. I didn't even get a chance to beat up Katarine. That sucks. That's half the fun fighting her. Lame. Yeah, I think she just did nothing that entire fight. That is unfortunate for her. Making you want to play Skaven? Hey, sometimes I do be like that, my man. Skaven's good fun. Although I can't play Skaven too much, because they're very strong. I think Skaven have some of the best heroes in the game by a long way. I would wager that Skaven have the best in the game, hero-wise. I don't think anybody has better heroes. I think the Packmaster is one of the best heroes. One of the best melee fighters. Plague Priest is one of the best mages. You've got Warlock Engineers doing tons of damage. Gorich, you've got... yeah, better than Lizards. Well, it depends in this context if you're considering... Croak. Part of the, you know... part of that. Rattling Guns please me greatly. Yeah, Rattling Guns are brilliant.
I am Throt, the unclean.
Felix is hard to beat. Oh, Felix is not that hard to beat at all. You have to have Gotrek, and he's not. And Gotrek's not a hero. He's a lord. Felix has to have Gotrek to heal. By himself, he's actually pretty weak. In my eyes.
Twist, bend, mangle, experiment.
We'll take Kislev. Kislev army's coming over here. Wait, are you running towards Hellpit? That was not a wise decision. You went from being kinda dead to really dead now. The only way I can heal this army is... oh, I'll heal some of the Skaven Slave units in my army is by fighting. That's actually quite nice. 3 rare one of these bad boys. Ah, bugger. I very, 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 very rarely use this thing. Wait, where is it? This thing. 21 seconds, so it's going to heal 60... that's actually quite a lot of healing. It's like 2, 4, 6, almost 70 odd. Yeah, like 70 odd % of your health. It's like that. Let us move towards this settlement over here. Erengrad. Probably should upgrade the port as soon as we can. Yeah, hopefully Throg's not going to beat us up. All I need Throg to do... the worst case scenario is Throg loses in a fight against Wulfric. If Throg gets confederated, then very big sad. But I don't think I need to worry too much about that. Right, Erengrad's only making 600 a pop right now, but we don't even have the arcane generators in yet. And we don't have everything built. It'll get there. Let it cook. We're going to hold off spending too much money because... first we have 4 turns to make the money back. I am trading, right? I have somebody to trade with. We've got 2 people to trade with. Are we exporting 100%? 55% on the exotic animals, so ideally we would have somebody else to trade with. Yeah, ideally we'll have somebody else to trade with. Because we have too many resources. I think Skinks and Stegons are super strong too. The Skink Priests have low combat stats, but are good items. Yeah, I think the only thing is... I think Skinks and... like, it's a good point. I think Skinks thrive at inventory killing. But most of the time, you need something that can kill something that's large, right? Because inventory killing can be done throughout most rosters for relatively ease of cost. But making yourself quite a high target is difficult. And yo, dude, Neurosis, thanks for the 100 biddies. It's really kind of you, bud.
Neurosis 1 cheered. X100.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Ooh, Bechaffen is here. So this is their... I wonder if we just take Kislev then. Yeah, I'm going to move towards Kislev if they're doing that. As I have no real need not to. And we can attack Kislev next turn. If they attack this, they'll have to siege it. We actually can move into the settlement to defend it too. What's the garrison like? Garrison's not incredible just yet. That's kind of like the default roster. Gonna get that upgraded soon. This is 160 kind of income, so we're actually missing out on a reasonably good building here. I don't know why I've got into this, and it's very costly for what it is.
W stream.
Yo, Double, how are you doing, handsome? Thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate the year, dude. Crazy. Alright.
Hyperventilator 84 cheered. X100. Ever thought about that Battlesey and Harry mixed together sounds suspiciously like heresy? Coincidence? I think not. Brother, get me the flamer. The heavy flamer NRFSUS.
Get some 07s in the chat, boys. Thank you for all the subs and support and the biddies. Alright, we're going to need to get the flamers out on Hyper. He's uprooting chaos here, boys. He's unearthing and uprooting the chaos hives that we've created. You're onto something? Hyper, hope you're doing well, man. God damn it. Get me the heavy flamer, Monka. A year is crazy. Keep up the good work. You too, man. You too. Play some Sauruses and Cannons on top of that. Also makes for a strong stack. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, some of the dinosaur units for Lizardman have insane anti-large. It's kind of wild. We've got better. I feel well now. Oh, I'm happy to hear that. I'm glad that the day improved. Odds of defending this, honestly, pretty easy. That is a garbage. Honestly, I feel like Kislev armies are so bad at sieges. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's just me, but I really do think Kislev armies suck at sieging. What do we need to do here? Capture and occupy it. Alright. Plague is, I believe, the highest damaging vortex spell in the game at the moment. As AI generally? Generally. Because I think when you're sieging as Kislev, you will struggle in melee, and due to the nature of how the AI is quite defensive, it's made it so it's harder to siege as Kislev. I mean, Kislev just struggle in sieges just because of the fact that everything's squishy. And their actual fighters are a hybrid unit. Early game, anyway. So they'd be overtuned too much if they were good at everything, right? I'm not sure if any of you guys in the chat have played SFO Katerin. That was some of the most suffering I've ever experienced in my life. Not because it's badly made, because it was bloody difficult. They did a great job making it harder. My god, it was brutal. I swear to God, I needed like Venris to Venmo me money for a therapy after that one, I tell you. But it's really well made. And every change that they've done to the mod is really good. But it's just tough. It's just a really tough campaign. Zargard won't struggle in melee, so advise keeping them some of the... Yeah, absolutely. Zargards are insane. 100% agreed. Zargards are really good because they're not hybrid. They're dedicated to whatever it is. But once again, appreciate all the support, guys. You know, it's by no means not necessary, but obviously vastly appreciated, boys. Let me just go scuttle these lads on over. We'll get the Skaven Slaves on the wall. And then if this continues to try to volley down to us, we'll hit him with the old magic. Mulder is actually my favourite plan. Yeah, I think Throt is my favourite as well. I actually think Throt is probably my favourite as well. As I think theatrically, his composition is like probably the strongest in the game, especially since melee units are more buffed. Like they tried a lot to make melee units more viable than Warhammer 3, so everything got nerfed accordingly. This is a lot of armored corsairs. I guess makes sense because it is Kislev, their last settlement. Nice, beautiful cast. I mean, technically, honestly, we legitimately could just go and capture this and win by capping, but we won't. Because when you're against certain Kislev armies, you can just ignore them. These poor buggers. The great weapons are going to be screwed against just rocks. Because even these guys with heavily amounts of armor will take an insane amount of damage from the Skaven Slingers. Roughly about 280 a volley. And there's multiple of them. Oh, they really... I feel like they have delayed the inevitable of getting to settlements with the siege changes. Just takes a wee bit longer now to get in. But what we see here is pretty much the bread and butter. Wait, have we destroyed the gates? You must be able to summon when you start taking and capturing the wall then. Yep, I think once you've captured a fort tower, you can summon. I think that's the change then. Because normally you have to destroy a gatehouse, but if you capture a wall, you can go in and summon. It was something they did to stop people from cheesing and summoning units straight away. He cracks me up. It's honestly, it's such a weird faction in that you are incentivized to retreat from battles. So it's actually quite difficult to position him really well. Like, I would say that the skill cap of Tretch is actually quite high, depending on the person. Like, because you have a lot of things you need to constantly think about when playing Tretch that you wouldn't think about otherwise. Let's send the AP boys over. Give them the shot collar. Honestly, they can just attack anything. Like, having to retreat from battles, understanding the best ways of leveraging how Tretch functions as a faction. A lot of craziness in it. A lot of craziness to it. But I just love just the constant swarming of rocks coming in. Chef's kiss. Nice. Oh my god. Those dervishes took a lot of damage from something. Oh, it must have been the evisceration. Hey, Lord, good to see you, buddy. Must have been the evisceration of something. Yeah, Throt is insanely strong, man. It's crazy. They're normal corsairs, so these doggos will be perfect. And the great thing about doggos is they're not large entities. Like, look at the charge, just... there's only a few of them. They've 100% made the dogs' hitboxes so much better. As dogs actually slap most units now. Like, look at the trading differences here. That is genuinely wild. Obviously, poison reduces the damage that you receive by about 15%, so definitely changes things. It's annoying that you're there. I can't really get up there to defend them, so let's move up. Let's look at that. The out trading there was wild. That might be ammo's bonus. No, flag's not returning over there. What we could do is give Death Frenzy to these guys. Probably the worst unit, potentially. I think these guys would have been better to use it, because they're receiving the bonuses from Gorich. Maybe we should move him over. Frenzied Assault in the AoE. You don't need to be in melee either.
Skaven! Yes, yes! Fight attack!
But even Skaven Slaves might do a bit of damage here now. It's actually shocking how much stronger poison dogs are than normal ones. Ooh, in what way? AP dogs are very, very good, though. 50% ward save does that. Yeah, I mean, it's just... If you're doing poison damage, right? Do you have any units with poison? Just to showcase it. Yeah, poison here. So, by poisoning somebody, you are reducing their damage by 15, which is effectively 15% ward save, right? It is pretty much 15% ward save. By reducing the damage they're dealing by 15%. Out of every single faction in the game, or Legendary Lord guys, who would you personally want changes made to? And what changes would you like made? For me, I would love the changes in Shadows of Change, or Thrones of Decay, excuse me. I really want to see the Dwarves get a much diverse roster. Give them some pretty dope stuff. You can give them some monstrous stuff in Rune Golems, Shard Dragons, Boss Slayers. Right, we can only get a tier 4 here. We'll get a tier 1 for now. And then we'll demolish it when we need to, once we've got enough food. Nice. Kislev's a province, so easy. Matty, that's a very specific thing there. Very specific. I don't think they can be ambushed, right? Just fix Ungrim. Yeah, ambush defense chance plus 100%. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, doesn't that technically mean it could be ambushable? 25% ambush. Yeah, no, it's not possible. You'd have to have massive amplifications to do it. Let's get Woundmaker now. Oh, Throt is such a unit, man. Throt is one of the very few Skaven Lords that I just level him up. But in fairness, if I was doing a normal, traditional campaign, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. I'd be buffing my monstrous units up. I think in a siege scenario, there's not a chance in hell that we lose this. It's because they're even worth rebuilding with food, just for Skaven. Yeah, honestly, probably not. I think the only thing what I probably should have done is maybe tier 3. Got myself tannery, defendable situation. Yeah, honestly, maybe tier 3 would have been a good idea. Let me do that now. I'll get it to tier 3. Build it up to next turn to tier 3, and we'll recruit somebody to sit in here then. It's a good shout, honestly. Magic, Sharp Claws. Knowledgeable's not... I hate how they massacred Knowledgeable. Look how they massacred my poor boy. I miss the old Knowledgeable boys. I miss the old one. Miss the OG Knowledgeable. But it was very good though, in fairness. So it's understandable we don't have it. It was pretty damn cracked. Right, a lot of growth juice, which is good. Daniel. I think Daniel is a classic example of a great idea, but badly executed. Okay, defend against his Kislevites. Super nice. Hey Kenny, give Kislev units that make more lore sense and move those chaos units to Hag specifics. Yeah, Yeah, no, I like that as well, Kenny. Good idea. I think a lot of what was brought in Shadows of Change doesn't give an identity without Hag Lords, right? You need Hag Lords to encapsulate what that is. So the ambushes are hidden right now, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's what's going on here. What I'm going to do is get my slingers on this side, because it means I can kill and preemptively shoot you. I don't think they have a mage, do they? Grab you here, grab you here, grab you guys here. Right, we've got a lot of units to deploy. I think this guy is anti-large, so it'll be best suited over here. I think I have a suspicion, or a sneaking suspicion, that the ambushes are going to be on this side. And then what we probably should do is gather as many units on this side as possible. I'm going to sit on the walls and then figure out where they are. And then it'll allow me to move where needed. As we have, obviously, a significant, and I mean significant, advantage in respects to our units. We have a lot of units on the battlefield. So we can kind of sacrifice a few of them. Hey, Chocolate Rain's going well, thanks, bud. It's going well. Chuck them on the walls here as well. I think what I'm going to do with the rest of them, chuck you guys here. Chuck you guys over here. And then start the battle. As we're heavily deploying over this side. You can move out here. You guys block formations and move forward. Let's get shots into the Kislev Lord. Nah, thinking about it, it's probably smarter to kill those guys. Yeah, ambushes are actually on the left side here. Interesting. If I can engage and come out into combat on this flank here, it means that we can do a lot of work with our towers on this wall. And the summons will actually start to flood the area on the units that are left over, so the ambushes. Okay, so there's a ton of... I was right in that there's an insane amount of units on this side. So we've obviously got very limited resources to deal with them. I mean, the smart play would be to pull back and then let them fight. Let them get shot at a lot. We have no slingers on this side. Because where you're winning on one side of the map, you may be losing on another side of the map, so you want to be patient with how you approach it sometimes. Plague Orc, I'm very confident we'll deal with that. Obviously, we've got a ton of units over here. I think once they start climbing the walls is when they're going to be in trouble. And due to the fact that we summoned somebody here, it's forced the skirmish of the AI. Since they are in skirmish mode, it's forced them to move forward. Lucky for me, I have a mage raring to go, casting. I'm actually going to pull them through now. I think that's the smartest play to do. Summon here and pull them through. Take note of what's happening over here. I think the Kislevite Lord is going to die because of the passive. It's a blessing and a curse, I swear. Slingers will just hit whatever they can. Good. General's died because Fire Blood has kept him in the fight. Do a drive-by upgrade of tier 3 here. Means into bombs, or does not work out. What? Make them super unstable to make them like a bloated corpse. We tried that, but it didn't work too well. Most of the time, because of the entity count, there's so many entities in there within the actual unit itself that what ended up happening was only a few of them would run up at once. It was pretty much what was happening. Only a few of them would run up, and it wasn't as effective as I'd hoped. So, the downside of having high entity counts on a unit. Nice. Just making use out of the sheer amount of range we have available to us. Casting the spears here. Although if I'm going to be completely transparent and honest, that was not even a good idea. Vermintide would give balance of power per every spawn that we brought in, so that would just be an overall net positive. Because you can't directly translate Winds of Magics to balance of power, but you can if you summon stuff. And it's actually the only occasion that you can. But we are in a huge advantageous position here, I would say. Nice. A little bit worried about Plague Rolk, but I think I'll be fine. I'm just getting death circles with the towers as well here. I'm pulling over these clan rats. They've docked the walls, I would assume, on this side. Armless bonus hasn't triggered just yet, but I suspect it won't be far from. Yeah, I suspect it's not going to be far from Armless bonus now, honestly. Bringing you some pies. Ooh, love that. There's a place nearby where my mum lives that is like an insanely good butcher that does like fresh pies with like the most insanely delicious like meat. Oh, their steak and ale pie is to die for, and you can buy it not cooked as well, so you can cook it yourself. Chef's kiss. So goddamn good. And yeah, this is an El Clasico, leveraging the strengths that we have here, and obviously one of the biggest advantages we have in this fight is numbers, which means we can dilute the value of a lot of their units just by putting a lot of chaff at them, and then just leveraging towers and the things that will beat them in fights, especially the ones like some of the clan rats and some of my Skaven Slaves have an insane amount of drugs pumped into them because of Throt. So that should be an easy win. We'll summon over here, even though we know they're going to be dead. Let me just chuck in another tower. Get a tier 4 tower up there, tier 3, excuse me, because the battle's over, and once the battle's over, because of Amos bonus, I can't build anymore. But I'm intrigued to see if it'll still keep building after the fight. And it will. Can players with 500 hours ask away? Oh, absolutely, Raintime. Absolutely, anyone can. Anybody's more than welcome to. I am what they call an open book. I will share the knowledge that I have if I'm able to help you. Oh. If your boy's capable of helping, you know he always will. If you're over 550, don't ask to take. No, I won't. You know me. Anyone with any amount of hours. As it's one of those things where even I, as someone with like 5,000 odd hours into Total War Warhammer, still learns things. Every day's a school day with this game, I tell you. How do I get all the chicks? Cheese. Simply. Can I give you a smaller one of Warpstone? Yes, if you promise to give me back tenfold. Or I'll eat you, because I'm playing Throt. Depends on what you're using the Warpstone for. How'd you get a beard of the dwarf? It's a good question. Genetics. How'd you get all the boys? Milkshakes.
For the love of
I still got a good amount of food again. I mean, we honestly technically could put this up to tier 5, but I don't think there's any value in it. Because I think getting that, and then getting that, I'm happy with. Then again, 50% of nothing is nothing. 100, 50% of that, 80. Get Skaven corruption, so I'm fine with that. Hopefully, yeah, they don't even have any settlements left. 3 left, which means bam, bam, bam. Yep, this province is left. Unlucky for them, honestly. I don't think there's anything here that I want. Yeah, these are fine as tier 1. Oh, I should have sacked it annoyingly, so I had a quest for it. I'm so bad at reminding myself to do those. I really am. Let me put growth buildings in here, as it'll give replenishment so we can replenish faster. We'll go with... It's not Pestilent Birth, it's the Ruin variant of it, isn't it, that does damage? Although, honestly, Summons are really good. Plague I don't think I'm necessarily going to need, because I don't think I'll be able to facilitate and put ourselves in a scenario where a lot of them will be stacked. I don't mind Wither, because it'll reduce the threshold of damage. Or the windows... The threshold windows of us doing damage. Oh shoot, we don't get... Wait, colonizing the settlement doesn't give you it... Doesn't give you walls straight away. It doesn't give you units straight away. Really? Interesting. I thought it did. Well, hopefully this guy doesn't come and attack us. Oh no, we've got 3 Skaven Slaves. We'll be fine. I'll perform this right as well, just in case. We got 150 mutagens. Oh, I should have spent the ones that we had. I'm just afraid of giving these guys really bad juju. Oh, pauses. Perfect vigor, physical resistance, and regeneration. Dude, you're gonna be like my tankiest one ever. Hold on, should I risk it for the chocolate biscuit again? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Although, since I have regeneration, I'll out-heal the instability damage, but it'll make it so I'll hit my cap really quickly, which is not ideal. I'm intrigued to see how well those perform. Regeneration units is something that's quite rare that I use within low HP entities. Right, hopefully Throg's going to be able to take over Wulfric. As if he can confederate Wulfric, that's huge for me. Then I won't have to deal with him anymore. Yeah, I suspect that you don't have many armies left. From a balance of power perspective, I don't think that's all they have. I think there must be something somewhere. These guys, a lot of these units obviously don't replenish, which is a shame. I think Prague should be a pretty free one to take. Yeah, some of them will have like minus 100% or 30% replenishment. Yeah. It is kind of lame how bad the reserve situation around this area is. Gonna have enough money to upgrade Eringrad next turn as well. Can I get this settlement from Throg yet? No. I'd have to give him something. Like a military building settlement. But yeah, this is what I was meaning, boys. It didn't make sense for Katerin with the balance of power that they had. Wait, Katerin's gone into her yellow character skills, but she's only got direct death thrust. She's on a horse. This honestly feels kind of winnable. Maybe that's just copium. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a crack, eh? Let's give it a crack. As Catherine is a terrible fighter. She is not known for her ability to fight. Although it's dope that the lady that does Lae'zel's voice acts Catherine. It's a lot of copium, methinks, potentially.
What orders?
Potentially there's a small dosage of copium in there. Only a small dosage, though. I mean, they don't have a lot of inventory, that's the problem. That's the reason for the copium, I suppose. I mean, I have a lot of anti-large, that's the thing, right?
What orders? Move!
Spears!
Stack everyone up there. Slingers onto you. Let's get a summon down. Scar mode, everybody. It'll show us all the rest of them. We'll push through on them. Like so. A lot of them are hella weak, so we'll do a decent amount of damage. Not sure what that was, love, but we'll see. This resurrects dead combatants, so keep that in mind. Doing a friendly fire onto our own units here. Love to see that. Now I think the death blob should be unleashed. Unleash the death blob. That's fine, as long as I can heal him. With this healing, we should actually probably be more than okay. It just depends how many overcasts she does. Because she'll kill herself with overcasts. I think she's still be in the threshold of taking damage from it. And having not enough miscast reduction. So now we're going to hold the line for 120 seconds. For another cast. The only time we're going to take a lot of damage is if Catherine casts magic into us. And I think most of it won't be too detrimental. Because that's her item, right? The spikes? Yeah. That's just a summoned unit right there, so that's fine. As long as our anti-large guys survive, I don't think there's much chance Catherine has to win the fight. So we're shooting through trees, which is obviously not ideal at all, but it's not going too badly. And as long as we don't take too much damage, the Molder Clanstone will heal a lot of them up once again. This doesn't do damage, just slows, so I'm not that worried. The unit that died was a summon, so once again, not that worried. They're in the Thunderdome now. These Corsairs will die. We'll get healing back over here again. Revive everyone back up. Anyone that did take damage will now be near enough full HP. So anyone that took damage from magic, we'll speed it up again. So one of the larger threats on their army has been killed now. So let's move the slingers out. Everything else should be so fine.
Ready! Yes!
Magic's not ideal, but she can't do two of those, so she's not able to. She won't have enough of an oomph, or she won't have enough damage to kill entities with it. So I'm not too worried until the next cast. Because I don't necessarily think it's needed. So now the only ones that I need onto Catherine are my anti-large fellows. As Catherine is currently a large entity due to being on a horse. Yeah, she has to overcast it twice. And we'll heal all the damage she just did. Plus she's inside of all of our units here too. So she's really in a bad spot. As we actually have a reasonable amount of anti-large, honestly. I think what we're going to do... Yep, there you go. Almost. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be difficult. Because looking at it, it was one of those scenarios where they were heavily weakened. And in a scenario where you can stack up and avoid most of the damage, you can avoid a lot of the range damage and then just use summons to distract them. Nice. Bada bing, bada boom. Daniel ripped the Zara in it. Yep, indeed. Her army was just too trash. If she had Zar guards, it'd been tough. But it's just range units in general have always been relatively meh for Kislev against melee infantry. None of them will outdo the majority of the damage you'll deal. But it's just understanding what their strengths and weaknesses are. Katarin's weakness in this scenario was the inability to deal with masses of infantry, as she didn't have any option of, you know, the vortex spells per se. If she had any kind of vortex spells available to her, we'd have been screwed, right? But the 3 Plan Stones we used, they were huge. I think we counteracted all her damage she was doing. Azazel's now moving around. Wulfric has definitely gotten battered and bruised. Throg's now taking him over. Who's bad with Vortex is agreed. They're good with breath attacks, but Vortex is not so much.
The Ice Queen bows to no one.
Right, now Kislev has a garrison.
Endless hunger.
We could ambush her here. We'll need siege equipment. Siege equipment dramatically increases your resolve. Downgrade tier 5. She hasn't healed yet, but if she sieges Kislev, she's just boned. I think I might attack you, then go towards this, because this will be an easy kill. And as part of doing any kind of damage and attacking somebody, your character moves slightly forward, because you'll see we'll move a little bit forward, like that. Which will probably give us enough movement, only just not, to take the next element. And then we'll grab this one as well. These are the last 2 settlements Kislev has. And then I'm happy to recruit you. You're sieging you down. We can start spreading into the rest of this area here. One of these.
You want to talk.
That'll have been raised by one of the Kislevites. Voltsgrad, I think, is over here, isn't it? Surprised it's still owned by Kislev at this point, because the this tribe here usually takes it. Community tribe usually takes it quite early on. Normally between the first 10 to 20 turns, usually. They've been a wee bit slower than usual. Yeah, I don't see any value upgrading these. The money is not that important. We're going to get a rebellion over here. Maybe it would be a good idea to demolish this and rebuild it at a tier 3. We're making so much money, it really doesn't matter about the amount of armies we have here. So yeah, we know as a fact that the rebellion should spawn first before this demolishes. And then we'll rebuild it at tier 3. But the problem there is we might have an army of nothing. I can't remember if that'll be the case or not. Should be okay either way. Should be A to the O to the K. Would have been nice if a little drive-by killing that rebellion, but there you go. Who are we to judge? So they've actually sallied out here. Hey, Death Apprentice, good to see you, buddy. They've actually sallied out, but we've got the Molder Clanstone. It's the strongest in the game. Let me grab 2 food, minutes below usage for their backline ranged. The only problem we're going to suffer on and struggle with here is the lack of armor piercing. But nothing sending a ton of units at them won't fix, you know? Kind of situation. Just chuck a ton of units over there and it'll probably fix it. Unfortunately, the general not being mounted is actually a bit of a detriment, as we're mainly, you know, anti-large. I do believe we do have 2 summons with the Packmaster though, so should be okay with that. Lanchy, what grub did you make, lad? Since we have the advantage, number-wise... Do you know what? It wouldn't be a good idea. Let me check just to make sure that we have no one that can blow up. Because I don't want any of these guys blowing up on us, because they'll kill a lot of our own units. Smartest thing to do here is deploy in rows of 3. Otherwise, I'm just going to be sacrificing a lot of my units in a wide formation. So attacking in rows like this would be better. Plus, it'll help us get more value from Mortal Clanstone. If we went really wide, it would have meant we probably would have just gotten crushed. So we do have the Tide of Death, which is the normal Wolf Rat, which is the armor-piercing variant. So that'll be who we'll probably have to deal with the likes of the Armored Corsairs. I mean, we could definitely chuck a Wither. Overcasted Wither is minus 60 armor. And it's an area of effect, so that's probably what we're going to do as well. Withers get pretty good at... Like, that's like another 45% damage just off the rip. Green beans. Ooh, Lancey, that sounds delish. That sounds delish, my dude. Yeah, I think that's the game... I think that's the gamer move, is reducing their armor here. We might not get too lucky with positioning there. As I'm going to struggle to reduce all of everybody's armor. Let's preemptively start checking that out. Get that out. Get the armor piercing doggos out. These guys can sponge the damage. Let's get the poisoned rats as well to shut down these. Quickly take out the dervishes. It's annoying that they've done what they've done here because I'm going to struggle to get the charge in with these rats now. Really nice play by the AI to utilize the dervishes to counteract the charging I was aiming to do there. Get another summon down. I'm just going to continue to keep summoning things for the balance of power. The more units on the battlefield, the better. Yeah, dogs are doing a fantastic job here. There's even 74 of them alive still. These guys should continue to keep munching, which is good. And then we've got a lot of availability of summons here. We could go for the general, but I don't think there's much need to just yet. Let's go ahead and speed the battle up and just keep summoning stuff. I mean, they're blobbing up now enough for me to probably warrant potential Wither instead. I think a Wither here would go pretty hard. Yeah, but there's only one Armored Corsair there, but maybe a Wither here would be nice. Hits both of them. Yeah, hits all of them here. That's pretty tasty. Lovely jubbly. Just a classic case of just using your numbers and surrounding where possible. I very rarely cast Wither, as I think it's a pretty bad spell in the grand scheme of things, but when your army has pretty much no armor piercing, you kind of have to, you know, make exceptions, I suppose. Get all my single entities healed up as well now. Get the Vermintide out, because the Vermintide summon might be enough to get armor loss bonus, because you saw the summon came in, victory is in our grasp, popped up. Because the balance of power shifted due to the summon. So let's keep throwing down these summons. And we might get to the threshold of armor bonus. I think we might have done it now. No, we haven't. Now this guy would have to start routing. We'd have to see his banner wavering, but it's not currently. If it was wavering, then it would have done it. I will have another summon to go. How Ordos loses the battle, but not the other siege. Not even doing much. It's hard to comprehend the effective value of summons, right? Because if you look at any Skaven Slave unit that I have, Lantry, the low armor, the low leadership, the low melee defense, the low melee attack, the low weapon strength, you combined all that together, right? And you get a recipe that is garbage in auto resolve. Also, this thing is insane. I probably should use this more. You get a recipe there that is not good in that scenario. Metal Rigs, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, Order Resolve does not favor it. It's like Chaos units, right? Low armor, high damage. Very hard to comprehend the value you could get with them. Don't know how to archers above the gate shooting straight down at the cavalry. Yes, it's very frustrating. It is so annoying. It's why I very rarely use cavalry and only single entities that are smallish. They're able to shoot through the gate itself. It looks like they can, like the cusp of the gate, they can shoot like somehow in between, like the top of it and the beginning of it from where you see like the wall. They shoot underneath the wall. Broke my sailor helms? Yeah, it's one of the really annoying things that it does. Can shoot at heroes too. True, but the accuracy is garbage. Like, small heroes, the hitbox is so unbelievably difficult for them to hit that it's not as bad. Ooh, if I attack this army here, we'll get these guys in as well. So I'll leverage the fact that these guys are right here and auto-resolve it because of it. Big thinking, boss. Big thinking. And then we'll grab this at tier 3. Which makes it so that we can get this in here. That in there. Public order building in there. Which means we won't get rebellions anymore. Wait, hold on, boys. Pause, champ. Hold on. What did we just get? I saw something to do with Skaven Slaves. Did I see something to do with Skaven Slaves? Like an item? Did I get something that gives... Or did I just see the fact that we did that? Or was it just leadership? I swear I saw something. Yeah, here it is. Numbers and counting. Nice. We got a lot more melee defense now. That's huge. Big. That's what we were looking for. But look at this. Recruitment reduction is the only thing else that's left. Always a major settlement? Yes, I believe so. I know they shifted things around here when Kislev came in. I think they might have made Troll Country a larger province. Jesus, we have 3 of this.
No higher power than I.
Slay murder.
I am Throt, the unclean.
Kind of funny how we're getting this army leveled up here.
Horned prophet.
It is treason.
Honestly, I'm actually quite surprised how easy this is. Yeah, I am generally quite surprised. I expected this to be a little bit harder. Do you know what? We'll go towards Virulent Plans. It's been the most effective thing to do straight away. Kislev's now easily defendable. We'll grab this. Take out the fort. Just grab it at tier 1. The fort we might grab tier 3 because it has iron in it. Summon some more of these bad boys. See what kind of mutagens we get. Let us see what kind of mutagens we get access to. Erengrad's going to be an insane moneymaker. What are the buildings we can put in there? We could probably put this in here. I don't think this will give that much value now. 160, increased by 50%. Plus we have salvage. Wait, do I still have the... Hold on. Do I still have... Go to Erengrad. Recruit hero. Load character. No, is it load character from here? Yeah, here it is. Income from salvage buildings, plus 25% faction-wide.
Mighty warlord am I.
Do you guys know how you get this guy? It's so cheesy.
Not eat.
And Hudson, thanks for the follow, buddy. There's only one way to get this guy. There's only one way to get this dude, and it's actually quite a weird way of doing it. So this is one of the strongest money-making things for Skaven. Hey, Liverpool. It's one of the hacks. Well, there's just something you've got to do specifically to get it. I wonder if anyone in the chat knows. It was actually Koyu that told me how to do it. Love playing Skaven, but I wanted to try Cathay out. Got destroyed by the Skavens, so back to Skaven again. Yeah, so when you're in the scenario of playing Cathay against Tretch, no, excuse me, against Eshin, it's quite difficult because your natural playstyle is to play front to back, and the Skaven can kind of like very much pick apart your armies. So if I was in your shoes, go heavily into Jade Warriors. If you get lucky, you can get higher recruit ranks to the Jade Warriors, and you can just beat them in melee. Skaven struggle against heavily melee compositions. Game from Skrulk's faction. James, there you go, boom. Yep, James knows. It's unique to Skrulk. So this guy is unique to Skrulk. If you play a Skrulk campaign, you can recruit him and then save him, and you can basically give it to the point where you can get an additional 25% for all your salvage buildings. And if you're wondering what salvage buildings are, it's this bad boy right here. This bad boy right here. So you can get 160 plus 25% on these across every single one of your settlements. It adds up, I'm telling you. I think on my late game Skaven campaign, I recruited this guy, and my income went from like 5k to like 10k. It was insane. That's insane. It most certainly is, my friend. Is he not a unique lord? Nope. He's not a unique lord, no. It's just, I honestly... The thing is, Skrulk is so unbelievably forgotten about since Kugath came into the game that they just don't probably know that this exists. I'm not even kidding. This specific Skaven trait is only achievable through Skrulk, because they probably haven't changed anything to do with Skrulk since Warhammer 2. No one plays Skrulk unless they want a huge challenge? No, unless they want a lobotomy. Jesus. Suppress that shit out of your mind. Yeah, he just needed his own unique ways of using his plagues. But he has none. Plus he's against some of the strongest early game faction in the game, in Lizardman. So it's pretty suffering. Nice. Skrulk is playable? Yeah, you can play Skrulk. Yeah. Skrulk. Is Skrulk a free LC, boys? Is Skrulk a free LC? Look, we're getting salvage all here as well. So next turn, the salvageable income will increase. It's base game Warhammer 2? Oh, of course he is. Yeah, Warhammer 2 is base game. Thank you. Shoot, we don't have the fort here, so the rebellion's going to happen. And annoyingly, when you take settlements as Skaven, it always does the max amounts of conquest. It's fine. We might get lucky and it spawns over here. Wow, we actually got lucky. That is insane. So if you didn't know what happened there, if you have 3 minor settlement that isn't a capital, there's a 33% chance to spawn in each of the settlements. And it spawned where my army is, so big dub. Big W. But yeah, Hudson, if you need any advice playing Cathay, I have finished campaigns as Cathay without losing battles. As I love Cathay. It was my very first campaign in Warhammer 3 that I did without losing. Back into there. Back into there. I would say Zhao Ming is probably the person you should play because he buffs Jade Warriors so much. Been enjoying Gorok quite a lot lately. Yeah, Gorok's awesome, dude. Gorok is the campaign that I now believe is the best beginner-friendly campaign in the game. Like, I'm relatively certain it's the best beginner-friendly campaign in the game. I'm doing that because I'm lazy. Let's just occupy. No, I misclicked. I should have done tier 3. Oopsies. That's fine. We'll demolish it. Is there a point where Salamanders feel useful? Fantastic questions. Let me just remind myself. Because there's a couple of Salamanders, isn't there? There's a couple of Salamanders that they have. You've got your Ancient Salamander, I believe is the large entity. And you've got your... Oh yeah, these guys... Yeah. Large entity of Ancient Salamanders. You got your hunting packs. Salamander hunting packs are insane. All of the relevant Salamanders are really strong. It's just they're only specifically good in very niche scenarios. Like, these hunting packs, the fire damage, it's so insanely good damage. The single entity is not as good because the damage, like, separated out and broken down, it's a lot less DPS than the hunting packs. But they're decent. Be like Stegodons. I mean, they can be really good, but you got to support them. Nice. Smell some Skaven Slaves. Catherine ain't going to do natin. But what's going to happen is we'll force her to attack Kislev. It's going to be quite poetic, making her lose her... She loses her faction by dying to attacking Kislev. It's going to be pretty poetic. I'm going to love it. It's kind of rough to start surrounded. Yeah, go Zhao Ming. I would suggest Zhao Ming. One thing I don't understand is how Empire is considered friendly in the game. Do not play Karl Franz. Karl Franz is not the person I would recommend. It is only beginner friendly on very, like, easy. But even then, you might be really screwed over by RNG of the campaign. Like, if you want to kick a Chad. No, yeah, Karl Franz just has problems in that he is outdated in regards to his campaign location and certain mechanics that he has. Because the Imperial Authority, although is an interesting mechanic, the way it's designed and done in-game is not ideal. Just because of the fact that it doesn't function very well in a situation where you are, let's say, dramatically unfavored to win. Because the majority of the minor Empire factions will die before you can even help them. Because of the Champions of Chaos coming in, getting Festus there, Azazel's nearby as well. The relevant Throt buffs and things they've done to Throt, making him an absolute powerhouse. He has very few enemies around him, and so Kislev are who he focuses, and then he can just migrate to the south, because Kislev can't really stop Throt. You've got the likes of Dreicher going ham. Vlad is probably one of the strongest he's ever been. You've got Kemmler who'll do really well on your western front. You've got all the Chaos and the Norskins to the north, who will migrate down and south towards attacking you. And you've got, obviously, Grom, who's a powerhouse in Bretonnia as well. Alongside that, you've got the Beastmen, and then you've got Ikit, who will migrate eventually towards you as well. It just means that you have far too many enemies to contend with, and that is one of the biggest problems with the Empire right now, just because of things that have come into the game. Like, if you specifically look at Warhammer 2, Karl Franz, and compare that to Warhammer 3, different experience, right? Completely different experience. I love a new Dowie, start at Krakadrak. Is that the Norscan dwarves, Lantry? Is it Krakadrak? That's Norscan Dowie? On the just north of Troll Country. The blue Dowie. Because Norscan dwarves would be cool. That could be a DLC we could get. Norscan dwarves, I'd quite like that. But then I would feel quite insulted that the Norscan update we get is dwarves. You know? It's like, we've made Norsca better, but in another faction again. Smiley face. It's like, well, classic. Like, yeah, you guys have been begging for a Norscan update. Here you go. In a DLC with a different faction. Warriors of Chaos all over again, boys. Smiley face. Repunter Flay, just rough. I don't think, honestly, Norscan's not even rough to play. It's just more that you lack an identity that you previously had. And what I mean by that is, in Warhammer 1, Norscan was one of the funnest campaigns experiences because the map was small enough to accommodate for your playstyle. How do you deal with the changeling if he stays invisible? You need heroes. And you need to attack him. Cookie. If you attack the changeling, he can't be invisible to you. And if you have heroes nearby, you should be able to see him. It's how you find his pulse, and it's how you find him. Just having heroes all around. If I remember correctly, yeah, he's only invisible if you're at war with him, right? But if you go close enough to him, you'll see him with heroes and stuff. I'm intrigued to see if these guys will heal up here. Probably not, honestly. Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way in hell they'll receive the healing because reviving models is not possible on walls. But typically speaking, the Changeling is actually quite a passive legendary lord from my experience. Beastmen are treated better than Norskins. Well, Beastmen actually have a pretty good campaign. Changing buffs Vlad start so much now because Western pushes the rollover. Yeah, Stirland becomes very weak, right? Stirland is pretty much just dead. It's why it's honestly the reason why Vlad has become strong. Limapurs, you've hit the nail on the head. Vlad became strong because of the Changeling's implementation. In my eyes, anyway. It's sort of like a compounding issue, you know? It became a bit of a compounding issue. Let's get Remolder on these Rat Ogres, they'll crush. And then the Skaven Slingers will just absolutely chuck. We do have a Plague, and I would love to show you guys Plague. I think this is a summoned unit, right? This is a summoned unit? Yes, it is. It is a clan cat. So these guys moving in. So Plague is 8 DPS per second, which is one of the highest one of the highest DPS spells in the game. It also looks stick. And as it continuously casts, it extends. Look at that. That's from 100% to that in one cast, and that wasn't even optimal. I think it is one of the highest DPS spells in the game, because I think the Overcast, if I'm not mistaken, boys, does, is it 16? 12, they nerfed it. Wow, they nerfed it. I did not expect them to nerf it. Because they forgot about it for ages, because it did 16 before.
Monster with mine.
Yeah, I feel like definitely feels that Skrulk is one of the most forgotten about. Wait, why can't I cast this? There you go. Nice co-op campaign with me is changing. My friend is a chore. So much gold. Nice. Huh. Maybe it's just weird terrain over here. I should be on my spawner still. What I am going to do though is move you guys down here. You should be able to still use the Molder spell, yeah. Get all my dudes here. Turn you guys around. Stop shooting in here just in case. Grab all of them together, and then we'll use the Molder Stone. There's a chance we can get more than one off. That's fast order. Come on, boys, get down here. What you may be wondering what I'm doing. I'm basically trying to revive as many of these guys as I can. Might as well, honestly, might as well. And we'll do a melee mode just to keep these guys in combat for longer, and also summon right in front of them. As long as anything of theirs is on the battlefield, it allows me to continue on healing.
Rat JAM rats. We are the rats rat JAM.
Hey Emily, I hope you're doing well. How was your stream today? I hope you had a good stream. I think, would you play like Celeste or something like that? I hope you had a good stream today. And thank you for the prime, I appreciate it. Most love to you. Yeah, let's get some 07s for the wonderful Emily, if you guys don't mind. The Rat Jam 07, like that. Alright, I'm going to heal one more time. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how much you can sustain here. I think we should be able to get a good amount of healing here. Again. I don't think we're going to resurrect. Wow, we're resurrecting a lot of them again. Yeah, because we've still got these poor buggers here. Jesus, these poor armor corsairs. Yeah, look. Might as well revive them when we've got the chance. 0.8 healing is insane. How many poor Skaven slaves have died so far? There isn't a number that there isn't a number that I could give you because there's too many. They're dying for the cause though. Because I mean, it's one of the beautiful things about being Skaven is a Skaven slave's life is not worth very much, and so doing a lot of damage to, let's say if I do 10 damage to that corsair right there and kill a Skaven slave unit, it's pretty much worth it because I have a worthless layer. And Jack Scroll, thanks for follow, buddy. You know, it's they ain't the best. But honestly, Skaven heroes are insane. They really are. Oh, we lost a dude. That's a shame. This is a reasonably good one for tier 3s. Because we can get a tradable resources again. Would I demolish this and chuck in this? Probably should. Get Skaven corruption going. How much does Bloody Daddy like me?
Choose thy words with care.
You'd expect he would love me, because we've killed Katarina. I mean, these army compositions that he's bringing over are reasonably chunky. Let's do this again. Get some growth fats. See, that's a good one. That right there is good. Normally you're praying to get wolf rats, but I'm out here praying for Skaven slaves, because they're really good. We'll get one of these bad boys in. Ooh, we are indeed good traits as well, that's nice. Right, Katarine's healed up. She's going to be forced to attack the likes of Kislev now. So it's actually kind of poetic that we're forcing this. She has no settlements left, so she's going to be forced to attack whatever's closest to her. Should we juice any of these guys up? Should we give them some juicage? Let's give you guys this. Oh my god, you didn't... Wait, no, I can't risk it and give you this. Why'd I risk it? Why'd I risk it? I already had the juice on them. They were already the strongest unit I had by the long way. I just had to get greedy, didn't I? I just had to get greedy. Pushing the limits. It was like, they were already perfect. Didn't need anything else to them. I was like, you know what, why not, eh? Risk it for the biscuit? Yeah, but the biscuit was not even a digestive or a hobnob or anything. Fix that. Wait, clan rats? Wait, can you buff up Skaven slaves? Wait, can I not even buff Skaven slaves in the red tree? Bruh, are you kidding me? I can't even buff Skaven slaves in the red tree. Is that how little they care about Skaven slaves? Is that legitimately how little they care about Skaven slaves? They don't even want you to buff them in red tree. Alright, well that's... makes bloody sense now. I went into his skill tree. Alright, screw that then. Let's go into Ancient Cunning. How about those apples? Man, I'm going to ballistic calibration for these slingers that are going to, like, sling their hearts out. I'm all for it. Let's get more armor. Nah, more melee defense is smarter. Melee defense completely mitigates the damage, while armor reduces the damage taken. Don't rush Ancient Cunning. Not with the Skaven Slave army. Because you got to remember that getting an ambush with Skaven Slaves doesn't do much because they're Skaven Slaves. If it's an ambush, if it's a normal battle, I'm still using Skaven Slaves. So the outcome of the battle doesn't dramatically change because I'm ambushing them. So I think logistically and logically, it didn't make sense for me to do so. But yeah, typically I will. Typically it's worthwhile doing. Skaven Slave is the worst unit in the game per model. Worst unit in the game per model? Probably, yeah. Probably. They don't even bloody get a red tree buff. Like, skinks are comparative, but they're insane. Zombies are really good with Ghost, but everything else they're pretty trash, but their job and what they facilitate is to sustain and tank, and they are very good at that. Carrions still exist? That's a good shout. Yeah, probably Carrions are the worst, actually. But Carrions are reasonably good at killing specific units. Nurglings? No, Nurglings are awesome, dude. Kugas and Nurglings are insane. And Nurglings in general, each Nurgling entity has, I think it's 150 HP per entity, which I think is one of the highest for a inventory. They basically have the damage. Oh my god, poor Katerin, attacking Kislev and getting killed right outside Kislev. Rest in peps, Katerin. Rest in peps. Yeah, I think they have some of the highest HP per entity in the game. I don't think there's anything comparative.
Doom them. It is treason to command me.
That's a lot of that's a lot of units. Do you have plague yet? No, you don't. But a cheeky little wither here and there will be fine. Let's merge you into there. Let's merge these really insanely mutant Skaven Slaves into ones that aren't vastly mutant. Have they fixed the hitbox? Yes, they fixed the hitbox for most of them. Look at that. That's the victory conditions. Killing Kislev. Honestly, this challenge is just kind of proving to me that they need to buff. They need to make the game harder.
No escape.
Nice. We backed the right Norscan there as well. It's still so annoying that he's not giving me this element, but it is what it is.
I am warlord.
We have a crazy economy as well. Erengrad's going to print money, especially with these two upgraded. Erengrad's probably going to be my highest. Oh, help it 2.5. In fairness to it. No, I think Erengrad will probably surpass that. The Sueli man, they've got nothing but Corsairs. Isn't that part of the problem though? Isn't that part of the problem of why Kislev kind of sucks doo-doo? Plus they nerfed the pirate weapons. It used to give Corsairs attack range as well. And you used to be able to access it really early on. Which kind of sucks you can't do that anymore. Let's go. Replenishment. Ooh, you're going to be a pain in the balls to fight. I mean, I could be sustaining like a bazillion more armies. Because look at this. 5 armies, only additional 16%, only 600 more. Did they patch the game and make it easier in campaigns recently? My legendary campaigns are turning into steamrolls. Yeah, I just think naturally the game has just becoming easier and easier. I don't know what behavior has changed, but for me personally, I think campaigns are getting definitely easier. 2 turns away from that. We'll probably not do a. We'll probably not continue on this campaign. Then again, it would start getting spicy later on. You go. Very much would. 160, 160. We're getting salvage. We get additional salvage income because of this guy. This specific trait gives us an additional 25%. Might as well use him. We're gonna need a mage in here though. Maybe still getting better even after this time. Potentially, yeah. Potentially so, but potentially so. These must all just survive. I just think Kislev's auto resolve path potentially is unbelievably bad. I think they need to provide Kislev with slight buffs towards the campaign. Like, for example, RNG-wise, every single faction, every single Legendary Lord faction in the game, randomly RNG roll bonuses. And if you are that faction, you'll see them do well. It was an incentive that they did to stop players or yeah, stop players from experiencing the same factions getting strong every time. But by doing so, they made it that most of the time the same factions get even stronger now. So it kind of had a little bit of an opposite effect. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Because the reason why I've got a shaved dome is because of Karl Franz's campaign. And I know it sounds copium. I know it sounds pure copium. I'm not going to sit here and pretend it doesn't sound like pure copium. But I lost that campaign because of the RNG bonuses. I know it sounds copium. You can sit there and type copium if you want, but I know as effect it does. I analysed that campaign and looked at it, and the bonuses of the factions that got given RNG bonuses was Wurzag, who came and crapped on the Empire early on. It was Azag, who came and crapped on the Empire early on. It was Vlad, who, yeah, you guessed it, crapped on the Empire early on. Ikit came and attacked me. Now, that wasn't even copium. That was just facts. I'm out here speaking facts. I'm out here straight speaking facts right now, boys. You already know. You guys can't handle the truth if so. Ikit was BS. He never comes that early. You lost because you got greedy? No. I disagree. The only reason I say... the reason I say that, I know exactly where you're coming from. If I didn't try and keep Castle Drakenhof in that situation, something, envision this. I have Azag, who is strength rank 1. I have Wurzag, who is strength rank 2. I have it's Throt, who RNG'd and got crazy strong. Throt was strength rank 1. Azag was strength rank 2, I think, and Wurzag was strength rank 3. And they were all around the Empire. Throt had 20 settlements in the north of me. Azag had everything to the east, and then Wurzag had everything to the south. And so if I didn't start printing out Outrider grenade launchers, I would not have survived. I would have just delayed the inevitable. And I know that as a fact. 100% I would have just delayed the inevitable. I would have just delayed the inevitable if I didn't have something that could fight. And I truly believe that. I'm happy to be proven wrong, but I definitely think that was the case. I needed something that could kill him. I didn't have the armies to do it, unless I had Castle Drakenhof. That gave me instant recruitment of Outrider grenade launchers. Because without that, I'd have been nothing. It's not greedy if it's the only play. Yeah, it literally, in my eyes, was the only play, honestly. It legitimately felt like the only play. I think the only problem that I honestly had was I played too safe. If I was going to do it again, I'd go balls to the wall and just go more ham. But it obviously comes with a lot more risk, right? I would just go absolute baller, big balls moves. Also big... Wait, why did it cast it the other way, almost? Look at this, is the stack we're looking for, boys. Beautiful damage. Hey, Vanex, good to see you, bud. Yeah, it's funny how it does... I know it sounds like copium, like crazy. I know it does. You know, I'm not going to sit here and pretend it doesn't sound like copium. But I analysed that campaign significantly. As to where I went wrong. Always turn up to see me talking about balls. Did I talk about balls? Pinkerton, have you just got selective hearing? Do you just like people talking about balls? Is that it? No shame here. Absolutely zero shaming here. Oh, balls to the wall. Honestly, do you know one of the worst things about me is? When it comes to the things that I'm saying, the end of this sentence, I have no idea how it's going to end. I do not think about the things I'm going to say, I just say them. That's one of the worst things that I have about myself, that like I don't have foresight to know what I'm going to say at the end of the sentence. I'm just going to make my way to the end of the sentence, and whatever it may be, you know? I'm not calculating at all, you know? Ain't nothing going up there. Ain't nothing going on up there. Nice. Something you're trying to work on? I mean, honestly, as a streamer, it's probably a good thing that I don't. Actually. Otherwise, I'll just sit there silent for ages. And that probably doesn't make the best content. Jesus, these are all armor corsairs. Why the hell did I breath pestilent breath into them then? Pestilent breath makes no sense. Keep summoning them. But something. Do you now agree, or have you changed your perspective slightly on what after I said that? Still happy to be proven wrong. But after analysing that campaign and what I did wrong, that's what I thought. I know what's going to happen in the sentence. It's time for that. Yeah, exactly. Like 9 times, I don't remember what I ate yesterday. I'll be honest. I have zero memory of what I ate for food yesterday. Not a clue. Not a memory of that. I had food. It's probably decent food. Not a clue what it was though. Not a single clue. I don't remember what you ate either. Check the cameras, James. Just check the cameras. It's always like, annoyingly, like, my mates always joke about, like, dumb stuff like that. I'll just stick to lurking today, but I'll pipe up to say that I was there when you analysed the Carl Franz campaign. It was 100% unwinnable, no matter what you did. Yeah. See? It wasn't copium, boys. See? Wasn't copium. That's, yeah, I just don't think it was winnable in that situation. Which is the reason why I said if I went more aggressive, I probably could have gotten a situation where I could have pushed back them a little bit. Paid chat. Nope, not paid chatter. Check your PayPal. Check your PayPal later, mate. Check your PayPal, please. Send me a PayPal after the stream. Low key, you do sound like a paid chatter right now. I'm not gonna lie. You definitely sound like a bit of a paid chatter, but sounds like copium to me. Nah, if you looked at that campaign. Feels like an unpleasant test. Sorry. Cookie. This is the situation where you have the advantage of being able to actually think about what you type and what you say. Maybe give a little bit more thought to what you type next time. Jesus. I know it's a meme though, I'm only messing. Oh my days. Did Turtle on Just Outdoors giving settlements to all zerging threats? Problem is with gifting settlements is you're gifting it to minor factions that probably won't be able to hold it for long anyway. And you'll just amplify the AI's ability to gain settlements by doing that. If you don't know how to, if you don't defend it yourself. Caverns are just busted. He can be. 100% he can be, for sure. Give it friends and become friends with Vlad. Problem is, you have to get to him in time. You've got to get to him before turn 10. Otherwise, he'll just declare war on me. But you still lost because you got greedy. Greeding for money unnecessary units. Still greed. Do not test my stubbornness. Oh, I'll test it. Nah. I mean, everyone has their own perspective. One of the most beautiful things about people in general is we all have different perspectives on things. And in actual fact, it's refreshing having different perspectives and speaking to people that think differently, you know? It's how you become a more rounded person. It's how I, as a streamer, have become a more rounded person because of everyone's different perspectives in the chats. Carl can be friends with Vlad. Yes, you got to do it before turn 10 though, because it's scripted that he cancels your non-aggression turn 10, because that's when he doesn't take any diplomacy hits. So I'm allowed to disagree with what you say. Not if you want me to keep PayPaling you as a paid chatter. Nah, of course. I mean, that's the beauty of things. You guys are more than welcome to disagree with what I've got to say. It just depends on how based you guys get with it, and then that'll change things, obviously. You know, there's the yeah. I'm always happy to hear everyone's different perspectives. What happened to my arm? Wait, is my arm fading out? Yeah. I'm now robotic, Skashman. I'm part robotic. God, it's taking a wee bit of time because they have so much armor, but we're getting there. What factions are getting updated with the Feb DLC? Do you mean Shadows of Change? Kislev, Cathay, and Zinch. Is this blob warfare fun? No, but it's necessary by me. I've got... It's an evil necessity, unfortunately, with the composition that I have. I kind of have to play like this. I don't have any damage otherwise. Yeah, the dervishes will die quite quickly. Imagine a nuke right there. That would be tasty. That's why Icket Claw is so fun to play. Know when the patch is? Early February, I believe, right? Or February sometime. Annoying. I'm gonna be so annoyed if the patch comes out when I'm in France. So I'm gonna be gone February 3rd to the 10th. Pretty happy for the next patch? Me too, man. Me too. More info after High Tide. Oh, do we? So next week. I hope to God it's like middle of February. So I get a chance to actually play it. Nice. Big. 7 Phoenix Kings had now died, and Malekith had seen them all pass. His life sustained by dark energies, the Witch King vowed he would survive to see the last king perish. Last Phoenix King perish, even if he had to wait until the end of all things. Well, annoyingly, he bloody did. He waited long enough and became the Phoenix King, the bugger in the end times. Malekith! Do you know some of the changes coming? No, but I would suspect they're going to go all out. I'm going to suspect they're going to go all out and put a lot of cool stuff in it. Mainly because they have to. Also, I no longer can kill that now because of Elna's army. As they have to do something spectacular to recover. The previous transgressions. Do we get plague now? Oh, we do. Huge. Wait, why is this now doing... the Grey Seers have this? The Grey Seers have the damage variant of it. Huh, maybe specific ones have that. I don't think all of them do they?
Let the bear scream, scream.
Oh, maybe they do. Maybe they all have the damage variant. Which is... It's so much better because the damage is insane, actually. All Grey Seers. Oh, I must be recruiting... What's the other lords? I'm thinking about the Plague Priest in the other army. That's a lot of units. I will see.
A true diplomat can hide much behind a silvered word.
I want to fight Vlad. Could be quite a banger if I do. But Vlad probably is going to be needed to fight Ungrim. Yeah, look at the income. We're making so much more income because we have the salvage buildings everywhere. Look at that. Plus 88%. I'm telling you, if you guys haven't already, if you want to cheese Skaven, grab this bad boy from Skrulk's campaign. Save him from Skrulk's campaign, baby. They've 100% forgot he exists. The hefty patch, not a copper apology. I have faith it'll be a large patch. I really do. Maybe I'm just coping.
Eat, feed.
I really do think it'll be a really big patch. Save hoof. Scroll. So Skrolk has this lord, which has the brutally honest trait, which gives you 25% for all salvage buildings, which means every single one of these in any of your settlements is increased by 25%, and you can get up to 160 income, and then additionally with that. So a late game Skaven campaign can increase your income by like 10k, 5-10k. He starts with him, no, you got to recruit him. But he's specifically in the set list of recruitable lords for the warlord. Ooh, big ol' sneeze. Have been innovating enough. Innovating enough, excuse me. I mean, they haven't needed to. Let's be honest. No one's close to what CA can do. I mean, they haven't been challenged at all, and then it led them down to the path of trying to go into a market where they're heavily challenged, so, yeah. Let's speed up. Drycha. Oh, shoot. I did not expect it to be here. This is going to be hard, actually. Yeah, Tree Kings are actually so difficult to beat. Banlords and Banlord chance seeing enough. No, Banlord's not like Total War. I wouldn't say I wouldn't compare Banlord and Total War. I would compare. You could compare Manlords to it. I'd be okay with that because it has city building elements of it as well. I think the problem is Manlord hasn't been actually released yet, right? I think it's releasing in April time, something like that. So then we'll have something to compare it with. Right. I mean, that's just one of the things. There's been very few things that are akin to Total War. So they've just had the dominant share of the market. Right. Civ's Age of Empires, nothing like it. They're RTSs, right? RTSs are vastly different to what I would consider similar to Total War, personally. Yeah, I wouldn't consider them remotely close, personally. Do we need the real-time battles? Yeah. Jesus, how do you lose so much of your health? Skrolk is on the side of the map. How'd you get him then? Grab a VOD. Dak, just play a Skrolk campaign, matey. Just load up a Skrolk campaign, save him from that, pal. It's as simple as that, my dude. It is as simple as that. Just play a Skrolk campaign for 2 minutes and save him. Play Skrolk for 2 minutes. I'm sure you guys can handle that. What the hell? Grid defeated Legendary Lords mod. He's not a Legendary Lord, the person we were talking about though. I really wish I had summons. Alright, send the boys in then. Screw it. Yeah, we do have Plague, so I probably shouldn't sleep on this, but it's not going to do a lot of damage to Freakin', is all. Get me out of the explodey boy. This will do a lot of damage. We should be spamming Warp Lightning. What am I doing? Just like the 5th Coast Dwarf? Yeah, from Thoric. Exactly that, matey. Exactamundo. I think from a Winds of Magic perspective, it's probably the most effective thing I can do. Wish you could steal heroes when you borrow armies. You can. They just need to be immortal. You absolutely can, my dude. All they have to be is immortal, and you can steal them. Because if they die in your faction while being immortal, it becomes yours. Because of the way the game's coded. Fun fact. Yeah, if it's immortal, you can take them for yourself, pal. So you get the hero killed? Yep. As long as they're immortal, you get the hero killed, it becomes yours. I hope Manor becomes a major thing. Me too. I'm so excited for the Manor. I think it's probably one of the most hyped games for me personally. One of the games that I'm looking forward to the most releasing this year. Like, if it does well, my god. And for England, thanks for the follow, buddy. That's cool. I learned today. Yeah. It's the way you get them. It's how, as any of the dwarves, I'm able to grab all of the ghoulies from Beligar. You can grab all his ghoulies from him. Like priest. Give him shock collar. Seems quite odd shocking himself. Seems like a sex thing, that, but we'll let it slide. Ready ever lets you borrow his armies. It's quite easy to do, typically speaking, though, because he splits all of his heroes up. He splits them all up into different armies. So you'll have to borrow quite a lot of armies until you can get it, though. Which what campaign would you recommend for the most variables? Variables is in, like, a different style of campaign. I guess it depends on who you played. I think Thoric is probably the most basic. Let me cast politics there. For me personally, who I enjoy playing the most, I would probably say Grombrindle. I love Grombrindle, but Thoric is probably the most unique because of how much more stuff you've got to him. I think Thoric has that pizzazz that nobody else has. So I'd recommend Thoric. Nice. Did a lot of damage with that. Just a little bit afraid of Gorich here, but he should be fine. Wait, where's the cast gone? I didn't see where the thing is. Grumby's new stat sucks. No, Grumbrindle's stat's really good. You just need to recruit Slayers early game. Just recruit Slayers in the early stages of the game and it'll be fine. It's the only thing that counters Malekith and Dark Shards. Is, yeah, using that. God, that sucks that my entire army was just chased off. I did say this would be hard. Didn't expect it to be this hard. Right, guys, someone in the chat has to say it. I'm going to be disappointed if no one says it. That is like the freest, that's what she said, of your lives. Hey, evening to you as well, matey. What? Gorich retreating like that is not ideal. Oh my god. Maybe this is the time to run. I did not expect him to struggle this much. Yeah, honestly, it is a hard army to fight. Drych's army is usually so insanely strong. I gotta track it down. Overcast in here and hope to God, I guess. Yeah, it's almost bonus. Next fight, we'll be able to heal them. We'll be able to heal most of them up anyway. Just my Skaven Slave just don't hold the line at all. It's unfortunate. Treekin are hard as hell to kill as well. That's what she said. There you go, Skashman. Well done, lad. Look at that 5k value from Throt. Just we don't necessarily have the best magic to kill this kind of stuff. Gorich, I think, has. I don't know if Gorich has healing, but we can heal him up with Packmaster fighting alongside of him. So the attacks they were doing, I think we'll be fine against just Drych's army, but Vasio the Lost in the settlement garrison gave them range units, which made it really hard.
I must eat, feed.
And we can ambush as well.
Wastes time.
Wait, what's Warpstone's weapons? Wow, magical attacks. That's going to help. That should help.
Eat.
Let's get additional range from my Skaven slingers. Seems very strange to increase the range of them, but, you know, buff them up where I can. Which lizard gets the Brokenest Jungle Swarm ability? Tehehuin.
Twist, bend, mangle,
The skink guy. Tehehuin. The skink fella. I mean, all the units get it. I think there's a... one of the monsters that gets it as well. Art of Sotek, yeah. This Bastilon gets it too.
I am Throt, the unclean.
Find another army of Skaven Slaves rocking and rolling. They nerfed it, yeah, but not by a crazy amount, I don't believe.
I agree.
Not by an insane amount. Anything with a decent... it's too expensive to recruit with max allegiance. I don't believe... I mean, most armies will never cost 100, though, I believe. I don't think they'll cost any more than 100.
Talk fast.
Non-aggression. Works for me. Probably the smartest thing to do now is find another Skaven to confederate. It's a shame we're starting at such low HP. Depends on where the reinforcements are coming in. Could be death here. It's just my Skaven Slave is going to be useless. We'll give it a crack. My Skaven Slave is going to be so unbelievably useless. Like, I honestly could go in here and fight and be stronger than these Skaven Slaves. Just swinging aimlessly. I'd kill a Treekin. I'd take one down. No, I wouldn't. I'd get I'd be too afraid to fight it. I'm not sure if you guys have seen close range to Treekins. They're terrifying. They are absolutely terrifying. I got a minute to do as much damage as possible. Bet. Got to stack them up where we can, though. I don't believe she has Pit of Shades. If she does, we just lose. But we'll see. Please say she doesn't. Can't see it right now. I think Coadil is going to be the biggest problem now. Although they're casting into the unit. Poor units. No, they're not giving me the opportunity to isolate them here. I need an isolation of them. Without isolated Drycher and things like that, I'm going to struggle. There's Drycher. There's a Deepwood Scout. That's what they start with. Alright, the idea here would be to fight inside of here. What I don't know is if Warp Lightning's going to be affected by that. I would assume it will be. Is an enemy too, or part of the scenery? I mean, look at the face. Look at this. It's haunting. That right there is nightmare fuel. Fighting Treekin in trees? Yep. I think Woodsman only makes it so that they unit can pass through the trees. It still applies the debuffs, I believe. Mate, they're waiting for code. I am so screwed. I have nothing to kill any of their units, really. I don't really have the juju that's required here. I mean, the ideal is that we stack up, Creature Killer gets put down, 16 bonuses is large, and we start doing... We'll have what? How much bonuses is large? We'll have like 22. 22 bonuses large and start praying, I guess, you know? It's not the worst of ideas I've ever come up with. Alright, shot caller run over here. Let's kill these bears. Well, Drynchus spawns, but that's fine. Getting rid of a spawn like that is solid. Alright, their army's coming in. There's Pendulum, that's not ideal. See, the trees absorbed all that damage, absorbing all the shots as well. Sucks Gorich has no healing, honestly. Jesus Christ. Tell me I'm boned without... Tell me I'm going to lose this fight without telling me I'm going to lose this fight. Goddamn Drycher. It's always Drycher, isn't it? And they've just netted my entire army. Does that do damage? No. Yep, everything's just routed. Where's Gorich? Nice, we killed the mage by spinny spin spin spin. Let's press that, open this up. Let's get some plague monks down. Never mind, I've routed. Yeah, it's the minus leaderships we have to begin with, right? We get I think roughly about 30 leadership or so to begin with. So it's not great. Let's get some pestilent bursts down. Let's just summon something that's not going to be trash, honestly. If we can kill Drycher, I'm going to be happy. And then they no longer have magic threats, which is not a large entity, which is a shame. Damn it, it wasn't a terror route, it was a normal route, that one. Let's shot collar Throt as well, and then we'll give healing to Gorich. Draker, get back here, you rascal. Stop running away. Although I would totally do the same in your shoes. Please, Throt. We really need to kill the Gorich, otherwise we're just going to die here. Knock everything out of the way. Heal everything here. Have we just been netted again? Yeah, we've been netted again. Right, Ogre's coming out then. Wait, have you been netted? No. I was going to say. Everything's coming back. Let's try and hit what we can. Huge hit by Throt there. What a legend. AoE damage here. Big. Come on, let's get it. Let's get it. Take out Candle as well. Nice. We've killed Drycher. Now on to Variso the Lost, my boys. Never mind, Codalil is on the way over here. You ain't fighting him. You will die so unbelievably fast. Alright, Throt, come on lad. Damn it, this gives me psychology, so we could have avoided them routing. How long are you going to be not banding for? Let's give it a try. Yeah, he's got Flock of Dooms, gotta be careful. Right, that kicks back even Treekin, that's wild. Please don't interrupt by trees. So it doesn't, it looks like it doesn't. So this is the end now. Oh my god, these feral bears are crushing us because they've got hella anti-large, but very little armor piercing. Right, and only Gorich is healed up a lot. How have you terror routed? Malevolent Treekin have terror. Of course they do. Of course they do. Because why wouldn't they? They're Nightmare Fuel? I mean, low-key they absolutely 100% are, but it's unfortunate because it's making them rout. Alright, we can isolate you around there. Because this guy is going to be my catalyst to killing a lot of the Treekins, I think. Alright, Gorich, you can't be fighting this guy on your own, you'll die. Trying to find some isolations of damage. Dude, I'm trying to overcast, and every time I'm miscasting, it's not good. Let's pull you guys over. Shot collar on Throt makes the most sense, sign him out. Let him kill Barrier the Lost. I think there's nothing I can summon now that I'm going to be bothered about, so I'm going to give this to... Wait, I can't target him himself. He's fully healed, I think. He's capped his healing, so I can't put it on him anymore. It's really annoying. Let's give this to Throt at least. Immune Psychology and some more damage. And then this. And then we're going to start absolutely crushing him. Oh, the War Dance is going to do a lot of damage to us, so let's just make sure to be prepared for the Warp Lightning. Good. It's another one dead. It's another Lord dead. It's a shame that Throt's near enough his heal cap. What loyalty is he recruited at when you save him from Scotland campaign? The Lord? No, I don't believe so. I do not believe so, Cookie. Cycle charging here, we'll go. No, the Warp Lightning was the only savior here. As long as Gorich doesn't die, and as long as I don't die with everybody else. As long as Ambulos bonus triggers in time, we should be fine. I'm pretty sure we still have one go at it, right? Guys, if I'm not mistaken? We should have one more go, if I'm not mistaken. We have terror on him, so Kodalish can't kill us now. Also, this plague is pretty damn tasty right now. Summon some of these guys on himself just in case. All I need to ensure right now is that Kodal is not going to attack Throt anytime soon. And that Gorich is going to retreat, and I'm going to get another Plague off, overcasted here, to try and deal with their 11 Treekins. Because it's worth letting Throt take the damage to do the damage to their troops. Kill a hero here. Give him cast this to try and get him some speed. They're not going to take a lot of damage from this, it's just they're going to take a good enough amount. We've still got a lot of magic in fairness. Keep teasing him over this side. Gorge is fine. Now we just need to find things in isolation. Get some more summons here. No, I'm kind of sad they're going to kill Gorich here, but it should be fine. It's a white flag above his name, so that means he'll need the entity that's attacking him to stop attacking him, otherwise he won't retreat. Or he won't come back to fight. If it's a terror route, that's a different story. Terror route means if you recover your leadership, you'll come back in the fight. There's one of the subtle differences between terror routing and normal routing. Let's try and cover this unit here. Yes, we might have bought enough room for a Codal now. I'd be interested to see how the interaction of Feminist Valor works with Codal. I think it looked like it staggered him at least. And now let's try and isolate these things. If I start isolating everything around them, I think we're going to be alright. As if we get these Malevolent Treekins in isolation, Throt will kill them quite easily. This ain't isolation, boys. One hit and the plan is kind of foiled. Annoyingly, Gorich has no healing capacity available to him. Alright, let's now fast forward this. And then the Treekins over here, let's try and kill in isolation. Oh shoot, I've just remembered this guy is super slow. Flock of Doom is brutal, but it's not going to do much damage to my single entities. Maybe a Personal Birth would have been really smart. With anti-large, they'd have probably done a lot of work. Plague here doesn't seem terrible. We'll be applying the Packmaster, right, to heal. Pull back a little bit here. Hit him with the Vermis Valor. Pull back. Pull back with you. Cycle into Codil here. Retreat. Cycle since he's on he's in isolation. Big damage. Throw another retreat. Throw another summon down. How much wins we still got? We've still got another Plague Cast in us. I just don't think the Plague Cast is worth it. What I'm going to try and do is get Codal to flank away. This is fine. Like, I think in isolation here, Codal will do splash damage to everybody around him, so he'll have a hard time hitting Throt here. But I don't want to overstep my welcome even with Shot Collar on. Let me kill one of these. Good, good, good. I'm gonna have to wait for another Pestilent Birth and then we'll be fine. Make sure I'm able to hit you. Sorry guys, I'm very much tryharding here. I think this is going to be the smartest cast we can do. Just trying to figure out how to get them in isolation more. As we use these Plague Monks here... I should have waited until I had Creature Killer. Here we go, this is exactly what we're wanting. Let's tease out Codal here. Tease him out, tease him out, tease him out. Bait him a little bit, bait him a little bit. These are the isolations we're looking for. Bosh. Bosh.
Bloodstone power.
Packmaster routing's not the worst thing in the world, honestly.
To me, my pets. Run.
He'll take a lot of damage. He's shattered, but that's okay.
Ready to eat feed.
Big Codal's down. Big man Codal's down.
Save breast to bits. Experiment begins.
And now what happens is, it depends if Throt can win this by himself, and I think he can. Does he have poison? No, but I should give him it. You guys thought it was over, didn't you, boys? You fools. Oof. That was a brutal fight. I gotta kill everything now. That was well and truly just trying to do everything I could to put things in isolation and make the fight favorable for me. That was not an easy battle. That was not an easy battle at all, but we got there. Just understanding in isolation where I'm stronger was the key part to that. And isolating Codal, isolating the Shriekins. Holy moly, he's got 12k gold value. That's insane. A melee fighter getting that much gold value is actually bonkers. Jesus. Throt is an absolute unit, my dudes. Throt is a certified goddamn unit. Oh. So that's Codal, a Lord, Basila Lost, Codal, Drycha, and all the Shriekins. Find more Brute Hero heroes. Yeah, the Packmasters are insane as well. I think Throt is... The only reason that was possible is because of Throt's ability to provide anti-large. Yeah, Brood Horrors are awesome. I can't deny that. Brood Horrors are awesome. With those reinforcements and these reinforcements, it'll be an interesting fight. Right, guys, what do we do? Do we do a little bit of Baldur's Gate again? No, excuse me, not Baldur's Gate. A little bit of Bannerlord again. Or do we do some Palworld? Should we play some Palworld? I'd be keen to play some Palworld. Why not? I do appreciate all the follows today as well. And if you're watching on the YouTube side of things, thank you so unbelievably much for watching. Should I keep a settlement? It's nice to have a settlement like this. I'm going to keep it. And the settlement to actually make money is going to be useful. Some greedy hairy bloke. But yeah, on the YouTube side of things, thank you very much for watching the stream. I do appreciate you guys. Much love to you guys. Thanks for watching and take care of yourselves. On the Twitch side of things,